Yo, we got a football game this Sunday. We got a tailgate to talk about this Sunday. It's going to be lit. But after this.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
What's up, everybody? Hope you all having a great day. By the way, that Kansas City Chiefs game was kind of crazy. They won by 11 points. And what's funny is I was listening to Mike Florio and Chris Sims doing their picks. Right? I guess they were given 11 points, so they covered the spread. Not only did they beat the Jets, but they covered the spread exactly. 11 points was the victory. So it's amazing. We got I don't know, the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they're doing enough just to win. Give me a second. Hey, what's going on, guys? They're doing enough just to win and just to get by. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because let's face it, it's about getting to the making noise in the playoffs. Right now, they're sitting at 5-1. Yeah, Chiefs defense is real. Yeah, the Chiefs don't scare you. Defense is real. I mean, I hope the offense should turn. Well, maybe the offense should turn up. But before we listen, let's. I'm gonna give a shout out to the people who support the show, and and help me do what I do. First with John Featherline, what's going on? Jay, what's up? Joe Wrist. Trucker Sean, I seen you today on Stephen D. I hope I get to see you tomorrow Sunday at the Tailgate. That's how I want to meet Trucker Sean. V21, Red Wine Bills. I'm looking forward to seeing you January 7th. We got that circle down for sure. Geraldo, what's up? Mr. Michael K, what's up, man? How you doing? V21. Dolphin Dawn, what's up, man? Dolphins Thirsty, what's up, man? I hope you're doing well, man. Check out Dolphins Thirsty. He does really good morning content as well. Joe Rist in the building. My man Flavor Jay, what's up? We need a linebacker or D tackle before deadline. You know, unfortunately, those things don't grow on trees, man. So, do you have any in mind? I mean, just because you trade for him doesn't mean it's going to be better than what you have in house. Got me a little mint cigar. I'm ready for this weekend, man. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this link if you wanna.
Mint cigar, huh?
Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah. I usually have this with some like a little chocolate liqueur or something like that.
That's sort of like, is that sort of like smoking a menthol cigar?
Not really.
No, not quite as minty. You know, menthol is a mint, right?
Yeah.
I never knew that. It's just really super concentrated mint.
So what they do is they put the tobacco and age it with the mint, and then they pick up the tobacco, whatever. And
Oh, I see. So it's actually in the tobacco. It's not just coating the paper.
No.
Anything. Right, I got you.
It's actually aged with mint.
Wonder if they grow it. I wonder if they like grow mint in the tobacco field. That'd be cool too.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause then they can share nutrients and all that in their root system. So it's a good idea to plant basil next to your tomatoes.
Yeah. What? By the way, what do you think of the Chiefs this year, man? They only were able to put 11 points on the Denver Broncos.
You know, I don't know what to think about that, Shake. Are they throttling people? I mean, they're known for that. They have the ability, but I look at what they put on the field last night, and I'm thinking, you shut down Kelsey, and that's the key right there, bro. I mean, yeah, they're going to get their yardage with other guys, but when it comes to their real threat, bro, on the field, it's Kelsey, and that's it. So I'm sitting there. One of the commentators said it last night, too. It's like, how is this guy open every single play? You know, the guy's just good, but, you know, I don't know, man. I wasn't impressed last night. That doesn't mean that they don't have the ability. It doesn't mean that they're not throttling back. It just means that what we've seen so far hasn't really been impressive. I mean, to be honest with you, it's not very dynamic at all.
Mm-hmm. Somebody was saying too on the spaces that apparently Denver's looking to get rid of Jerry Jeudy, and he was saying, well, maybe if he'll be dangerous with the Buffalo Bills. Well, what about the Kansas City? That's what they need right now.
Right. Big threat receiver.
Oh yeah, and I think maybe
and
I think that's probably one of the reasons why they I think the Dolphins was playing keep away from Kansas City too by picking up the receiver that we got.
Claypool.
Yeah, Claypool.
Yeah, you don't want to see Chase Claypool on the Chiefs, that's for sure. Because I'm sure Andy Reid will find some way to make him deadly.
Oh fuck!
Imagine that 1-2 punch with Kelsey and Claypool. My gosh.
And Mahomes could throw that 50-50 ball like nobody's business.
Yeah, sideline back shoulders and stuff like that. That's another thing people forget, that Claypool adds to our game is that back shoulder sideline stuff where you're just like, man, can't get them off the field because they got that 15-yard 50-50 ball on the sideline. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's either going to be caught by the receiver or pass interference. You know what I mean?
What a load of bullshit. Check this out. Look at Michael K. Goddamn, boy. I tell you what, man. If anybody could do it, this guy should work at a fertilizing company with all the bullshit he spews. Andy Reid has sportsmanship. Yeah, he doesn't need whatever, man.
Oh God, here we go.
Dude, if he could do it, and don't tell me that, because people, if people could put up points, they're gonna put up points. Don't give me the fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They try not to score.
So did we against Denver, and we failed miserably at trying not to score. I mean, what else are we supposed to do? We put in our entire third string squad, and they're still rolling through the Broncos like butter. You know, What are you going to do? Exactly. We tried to run the football, and our guy ripped off a 60-yard run.
Listen, it wasn't our fault. Their players were still at that strip club in South Beach, bro.
Right. I don't know, man. You just can't. There can never be a comparison like between teams like that, because if we're better than the Chiefs because of what we did to the Broncos, then are the Jags better than us? Because they beat the Bills. Are the Jets better than us?
Mm-hmm. And by the way, one thing I want to mention to you too is, and look, at the end of the day, when this like we don't make excuses for the Buffalo Bills saying that it was jet lag. They lost. Just like I'm saying this right now, Friday the 13th, October Friday the 13th. If we go to when we go to the what's that, Black Friday game, whatever. I don't want to hear it was a short week and we had to go to New York.
Because it's an hour shorter for the Chiefs. They got to come from the Midwest. That's an hour back further. So, you know.
I'm saying, no, when we play the Jets Black Friday, and if we lose to the Jets, I don't want to hear, oh,
you're talking about the Jets. Yeah, I was thinking of the Germany game. Like, same thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look, if we would have lost one of those two road games to start the year, or even lost both of them, would we be sitting here going, oh, well, we had to travel out to Los Angeles to start the year. Then we had to come all the way across country back to New England. You know what I mean? Like, no, we just won those games. And you didn't hear a peep out of us. We didn't get our first home game till the third game of the season.
Mm-hmm. I think what happened is Michael K wants likes participation trophies.
I'm telling you.
Fuck out of here.
I'm telling you. I mean, I just don't. Man, I'm sorry. It's just ridiculous. Did it have an effect on the game? Yeah. Do I have any sympathy? No. Does it put an asterisk in the win column for the Jaguars? No. No different than if we'd have lost one of our two road games to start the year, would it have been an asterisk in their column? I mean, we never complain, bro. I mean, some of our fans internally say stuff, you know, referees and weather and blah and whatever else, but we don't outward like throw that stuff out there like, well, you know, things would have been different in 18 when we lost our bye week and had to, because of the hurricane and all that stuff. Nobody had any sympathy for us then. It was, hey, you've got to beat the teams in front of you.
Listen, what bottom line is when it comes to tiebreakers, the NFL doesn't go, okay, well, you know what? Jets and Dolphins have the same record, but you know, the Jets traveled more miles, so we'll give it to the Jets.
Yeah, there's parity. If it's not, everybody has something. Everybody every year has one thing on their schedule that's like, that's the tough part of our year this year for whatever reason, whether it's 2 road games in a row, 3 in a row, whether it's cross-country travel, whether it's going to London when the other team's been there already for 2 weeks, whatever it is, every team has something like that on their schedule every year, and it changes for each team every year. There is parity. If you're not dealing with long travel, you're dealing with bad weather. If you're not dealing with bad weather, you're dealing with going to London games. I mean, it is what it is, and everybody's got to deal with it.
Yep. And that's why there's
Deal with
17
it,
games.
Buffalo. You lost. Drink the copium and just get over it.
I don't
Exactly.
think it was Buffalo. Is Buffalo still crying because they had to go cross country? I mean, 2 years ago they lost to Jacksonville 9-6 in Jacksonville. Like, what is the problem? You didn't lose to Jacksonville because you played them in London. You lost to Jacksonville because y'all didn't execute, and Jacksonville did. That's the reason.
Just like just the same reason we lost to Buffalo.
Exactly,
No, but Lewis,
about?
one thing I'm trying to reclamate now. If we lose that game in New York, I don't want Dolphin fans to come up with the excuse, oh, it was a short week and we had to travel to New York.
Well, you know they will shake because just like Buffalo, most of their fans are fucking idiots. The Dolphins, we have some sensitive, soft people in our fan base too.
Right.
Like I was saying.
But wait a minute. There's a difference between using it as an excuse and saying, hey, this is the reality and this is why we're not a bad football team just because we lost. That's different. You can say, hey, we're not a bad football team just because we lost because this is what we had to go through that week and why we lost. But that's not excusing the loss. Like, you still lost and you still had to win. You know what I mean? So I just want to be clear that there's a difference between those that use it as an excuse and those that say, hey, this is the reality of the situation, but we still should have won. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody's going to tell me we suck as a team and we're frauds because, you know, let's say if we're let's say it was us instead of Buffalo, and somebody's going to say we're frauds because we couldn't win in London against the Jags, I would then say, well, catch us on a better day. That's what it means. But I would not say, oh, well, we would have won the game had it not been in London or had it not been. No, you lost the game because you didn't execute, because you lost the game. But you can still turn around and say, hey, we're a better football team than that. Now, if you're talking about the Broncos trying to use that as that would just be excuse making because everybody knows they're that bad a football team.
Hey, what is Buffalo ranked offensively this season?
Pretty high actually.
Michael K. Michael K. should answer that. He probably know right off the bat.
Well, the only reason I say that, right, is because Michael K. says color commentary. That means you believe the 28th ranked defense in the league is better than the team in Buffalo. And
it's 25th actually.
Okay, 25th. But regardless, color, again, you said when I asked the question about Buffalo's offense, you said they were ranked high. That could be very well true. Is high better than number one? Because that's
no. If you're talking about if we go to a quick look, like a quick peek,
right,
and we just go by efficiencies, like offensive efficiencies, right. Miami Dolphins number 1, San Fran number 2, Buffalo Bills number 3. And hold on a second, who's coming in at number 4? Oh, a trash opponent that the Miami Dolphins played? Los Angeles Chargers?
Yeah, exactly. Well,
is our defense really that bad?
I was just asking anyway. It was to the point. Michael K.
Well, I'm sorry, Lewis. I just happened to stumble across a gem while we're talking about it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But I was just going to
4th ranked offense in the league. That's who we beat.
Yeah. Is the number 3 or number 4 offense better than the number 1 offense? Because that's assuming Michael K. is trying to say that, right? If our defense is better than Buffalo, is Buffalo better than the number 1 offense in the league? If we're going to play these stupid-ass games? Like, bro, stop.
Exactly. They beat the number 1 offense in the league. Right. That means that the only thing that means is their defense is better than the other teams we've faced.
Right. Exactly. That's it.
That's all it means. And you could argue a lot of that is our own doing too. How many 100%. Points do you give up if we execute better?
There's 2 sides to the ball.
There's always 2 sides to the ball. There's actually 3, but
yeah.
I just think I find it really fascinating how we sit here and talk about the Miami Dolphins haven't beat anybody, and there sits the 4th-ranked offense in the league that we took out.
And by the way, Justin Herbert's only thrown 1 interception this year. So
right, and guess what? They're 2-2. It's not like they're 0-4.
Hey, Shake, just like Michael K said, there's 2 sides of the ball. There's also 2 sides of the mouth. There's your mouth and then there's your ass. And Michael K speaks out of both of them.
Man, mostly out of the ass, though. I think mostly out of the ass.
Oh, well. And by the way, as far as defensive efficiencies, it's not like they're number 1 either. They're number 11. We're 25th.
I tell you what, Michael K talks so much shit every time he burps. Sounds like he farts. Smells like he farts.
Oh, and the New England Patriots have the 13th ranked defense. I wonder if that's the reason we only put 24 points on them.
Right.
Yeah, we ain't beat nobody. Nah, nobody. Nobody. Every team we beat is trash.
And listen, I think we're all wasting our breath on Michael K because it's just going to become another week where Michael K wakes up next Monday and his team is still in 2nd place of the AFC East. So that's the real number that matters to me. I don't care about defense, offense, or whatever. Who's number 1 in the AFC East? And that looks to continue going into week 6 or after.
And if they ain't careful, they could end up 2 games back this week. Yeah, that's right. I said it. The Giants could beat the Bills. Absolutely.
I like Tyrod Taylor this week.
That would be
like Tyrod Taylor.
Oh man, I tell you what, it's the
Tyrod Brian Dable revenge game. That's what it is.
If I tell you what, if the Giants beat the Bills, you better put who's that guy Diggs away from like on the other side of the freaking from Josh Allen.
Stephon Diggs just needs to go ahead already and punch Josh Allen right across his fucking face. That's what he needs to do. Get it over with. We all know that's what he wants to do. He might as well just get it done already.
Oh, man.
Listen, the benefit of smacking Josh Allen's punk ass around a little bit, Shake, if you're Stephon Diggs, if you do it in week 6, right? By week 8, the trade deadline, you can get your happy ass out of Buffalo and go to a team that can actually compete for a Super Bowl. So you might as well do it now.
Yeah. Like Kansas City.
Yeah, Buffalo fans with their teams it's just like holding on to a wolf by the ears, man, except they only got one ear right now.
Well, trust me, Ali is smart. I can never say you can never. I never ever once in my life said you sound like the smartest Bills fan. That I could sure.
I've never even seen a smart Bills fan, to be honest with you.
Actually, Michael K. I think Mark is the smartest one. I think out of the group, if you're being honest.
I mean, I grew up with a smart Bills fan, but she was a registered nurse.
And Josh Florida, Allen is the next Elway. He's close second to being the second smartest. I would say. Oh man! I tell you what, Michael. Okay, here I'm.
By the way, shout out to Linda if you're still alive. Go Dolphins!
You can come up if you want. There's the link.
Well, for what? That guy's going to come up here and talk nonsense like always.
What else is new?
Yeah, you know.
Hey, this is the tailgate at Camp Crystal Lake, baby. Happy Friday.
Like every fallacy only applies to the Dolphins, not the Bills.
All right. We got the first Bills fans representing. What's up, Fred?
Oh, come on now, Sheik. You ain't got to do that, Sheik.
Yeah, man. You got to take you for real, man. You need to cut that Bills fan out, man. I can take anything else, Sheik, man, but But that Bills fan crap, man.
Hey, Shake, you know what? You're a very nice guy to bring up Michael K's backup first. It's unbelievable.
What's going on, Fred? How you doing,
You all
brother?
are wrong for that.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? How's the panel this evening?
You heard me say it was wrong, Fred, right?
Yeah, I heard you call it, man.
Mark me down in your book. Mark me down in your book as not picking on you.
Yeah, color, man. Thanks for having my back, bro. Man, appreciate that.
I don't know if you're gonna like this panel, Fred. We're talking good stuff about the Dolphins, so you might not like this panel very much.
Oh, why wouldn't I like it, man? Why wouldn't I like it?
How's the weather
about the Dolphins, bro.
How's the weather in Jersey right now, by the way? Just curious.
Shake, it's pretty fair, man. Averaging about like the low 70s, man. It's like a little chilly, man. Yeah, man, a little chilly, man. You know, not too cold, not too hot, man. You know,
we're still cooking our asses off here.
Just right. Out there, I imagine so, man. I heard, man. I have some family in Gainesville. He still had an air conditioner on and shit.
I mean, it's cool. It's nice in the morning, but as soon as it's like afternoon, forget about it. You're cooking.
Yeah.
Hey, Shay, Michael
Yes,
K
sir.
said he can't. He said, hold on. He said he can't. He's in the woods. He's sitting till dark. He must be hunting women out in Buffalo. You know, they hang out in the woods over there.
Hey, man, you know, Michael K could be all right dude sometimes. And sometimes, man, he could be a prick,
it's
man.
just
You know?
trash talking. It's just harmless trash talking.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a great dude, just a terrible football fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than that, man, you know, I've never heard him, you know, like disrespect anybody, you know, like totally disrespect anybody, man, you know. So I guess he's all right.
Hey, Fred, what do you think? We just got confirmation Connor Williams is out of this game. Looks like Liam Eichenberg will be starting. I know you had some strong opinions about, you know, Liam Eichenberg hurting certain players on our offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, Lou, my thing on that is it's a shame Connor isn't playing, man. But
What's up, Joe? What's up?
I think we can afford to you know, give Connor a week off, man. Give him some rest, man. Let him rest up. I don't think Eichenberg should have any kind of, you know, like less impact in this game, man. You know, I think he ought to get the job done, man, and we just take care of the Panthers, man. I think it's good Connor gets a week off, man, gets that rest and be ready for the Eagles game, bro.
Hey, listen, here's the thing people don't realize. A lot of people talk about how we have a cakewalk with the Panthers. Well, the Eagles, they're playing the Jets, you know. So at the end of the day, yeah, their offense is horrible, but I think Jalen Hurts is going to be in a dogfight with that defense.
Yeah, it's possible.
You're on mute.
I mean, who do they get to play? Wait a minute, who do they get to play from the South? It's not like the NFC South has any contenders whatsoever. They got to play somebody from the South too.
You're right.
Hooked up, Joe. We can't hear you.
Are we going to be calling that a cakewalk for them?
You're right, Color. Ain't nothing over there either, man. Like,
I mean, who do they play? Atlanta? Who was the king of the South last year?
Tampa.
Tampa. Yeah. Oh wow. Baker Mayfield. Woohoo.
Mm-hmm. I think Hooked Up Joe's trying to get.
Well, that'll be the next thing when they lose to Tampa. They'll be like, "Well, we had to play the number one team from that division," as if they're not all the same there.
You know, but you know, Lou. To what you asked me, Lou, I am going to have my eye on Liam Eichenberg, man. You can best believe that, bro.
Oh, by the way, Fred. By the way, Lewis, I loved when you were talking about Eichenberg. Oh my God, so much fucking goal post for. Well, how did we score the first two drives? Well, the first two drives were scripted, and whatever. And isn't that what they said about Tua? About the first drives being scripted, and then once they get off script, you know what I'm saying? They tried to, you know, and no. But see, what happened was, and they were pushing so much.
What had happened was. the Jags defense. That what had happened was.
Yeah,
they're trying to put the whole Buffalo debacle on square on the shoulders of freaking Eichenberg, which is so fucking stupid. I can't. Oh my god!
By the way, y'all ever heard of Schrodinger's cat?
Who's that?
Did you just say Schrodinger's cat?
You never heard of Schrodinger's cat thought experiment?
No.
Okay, so it has to do with how it has to do with how scientists officially interpret quantum mechanics, right? And so the idea is that until a particle is observed, you cannot know its position. So it has no position. It's just a wave traveling through space until you look at it. And that's when you determine that the wave collapses and it shrinks into one particle, right? So the idea is that until you look at something, you don't know. Like the cat experiment was, you put a cat in a box, you've got a particle that's gonna a radioactive particle that is gonna decay, and when it decays, it triggers a lever that releases some poison in the box, right? So now the particle decays, right? And the lever is released, the poison's released, but until you open the box, you cannot say whether the cat is alive or it's dead. And until you open the box and observe which one it is, it's said to be in a superposition of being alive and dead. Damn. Until you open it and it collapses that wave function into either alive or dead, right? Yeah. Now, they don't know, because we can't measure, there's no way to know. We don't know if those actual superpositions are reality. Like, in other words, when you open the box and see the cat's dead, the idea is that the universe splits off right there into another universe where the cat is alive, and we don't experience that universe. But there's no way to know whether that actually happens or not, whether those superpositions are reality or not. We just don't, there's no way to know, right? So it's just like with Liam Eichenberg, okay? If he wasn't bad and people weren't looking at him and he didn't have a stadium full of eyes on him, he probably literally, scientifically, objectively would not be as bad as he is. So stop looking at him.
Yeah. And
he's virtually not here anyway.
Like Fred came and said, "Yo, my eyes are gonna be on Liam Eichenberg." Well, that's why you're gonna see him make mistakes. Yeah. Because you're gonna be observing him. If you don't observe him, then he's in the superposition of having made a mistake and not made a mistake. And so neither one is true until you look. The more you look, the more mistakes he's gonna make.
Yep.
The more we look,
I'm not.
And by the way, that's hold on, Fred.
It's not going to really matter with me watching. It'll be the coaches watching him also.
Yeah. But listen, he's brought it to a good segue, because if that cat is alive and he needs some energy, give him some W energy drink. I'm doing this. I'm going to be throwing it. I'm going to be throwing in commercials here and there. So W energy
drink. And if the cat is dead, you know he did not drink W.
Exactly. There's the cat right there. Get him some W energy drink. I like the Calio cream. I recommend the starter pack so you can know which one you like the best. So with that being said, let's continue.
And by the way, the link is in
the comments below, in the descriptions below. Click on and you'll get your 10% off your first purchase automatically. So go ahead, Color. Sorry.
I was just going to say, everything I just said is technically true. Like when you tell somebody follow the science, well, in this world, in our paradigm, the science actually states officially what I just said about Schrodinger's cat. Like that is the official Copenhagen interpretation of quantum physics, of quantum mechanics. That the cat is neither. You cannot say whether the cat is alive or dead until it's observed. So again, stop watching Eichenberg so much, and he will literally, physically, in reality, make less mistakes.
Well,
and listen, I'm glad. Hold on, Michael K. I'm glad to see you and your dog drink out of the same place. They both drink out of the toilet.
Is my mic on?
Go ahead.
How you doing?
Yeah, your mic is on.
Okay. Go ahead. I won't interrupt. I'm just making sure my mic's.
By the way, that all of that shit I just said was only a quasi joke.
Shout out. What's up, Finzy Winsy? Fins up Winsy. Member in this motherfucker. What's up?
So I would like to say something about.
Color, I thought you were talking about a micro, putting in microwave. Putting a cat in a microwave or something at first.
Well, you can put it in the microwave and you can turn it on. But if you walk away and don't observe the results, you cannot know what happened inside that microwave.
Go ahead, Joe. I think you wanted to say something, Joe.
Yeah. The Panthers.
Your microphone went off again. I can't hear you.
See, even the football gods don't want us talking about this game. They're like, there's no silence.
Talk to the hand.
I can't hear you. I can't hear him. Can you hear him?
I can't hear him.
No.
Damn, he has a good voice too, man. I like to hear him.
I know. That's Hooked Up Joe, ain't it?
Yeah. Nope. Can't hear you still.
I can start translating for him. I think he said, "Damn, this shit sucks." Right there.
Look at G, Big Bong. He was thinking Big Bang Theory. No, Big Bong Theory. Yep, that's right, G. That's what Color's spitting, Big Bong Theory.
Yeah. Hey, man, I tell you what, in my weed smoking days, my favorite thing to do was watch the Discovery Channel and the History Channel.
Bro, I've ran through all that stuff. I have to I have to buy subscriptions now to watch the rest of it. I've burned through all the free stuff.
Oh yeah, that's just like what I'm studying for my new wine exam, the level 3, which is gonna they have a paid part. I'm listening to. I'm going through the free stuff first, and then in December I'm gonna get the paid subscription.
That's good.
God damn, boy.
Hey Shake, who else, man? Who else do you think, man, they could probably sit, man, and go to the second string in a game like this?
All right, let's hooked up Joe, take 3.
Right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, great. Okay, here's my thoughts on the Panthers game. I'm sorry, I'm at a hotel. I'm on my hotspot, but I had to join in anyway. Panthers.
Oh, no. I'm just mad. I'll put you on mute. Sorry about that.
All I had to do was say Panthers.
There he goes again, man.
Okay. No. The team we're playing next week, I won't say their name because I'll get muted. Now, the Panthers had the 11th defense before they played the Lions. Now they have the 17th defense from a quick internet search. I'm not a pro. I'm just a fan. But my thought on that is, if we are without a center, and Color, I respect your opinion, but I disagree with it. And I think that but that's me disagreeing as a fan that doesn't know anything. My nickname should be Don't Know Joe, because I really don't know anything. But I do watch a lot of stuff. And every breakdown, even like Ryder, guy that's just super nice to everybody. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry to say this, but he's the biggest pile of crap. He doesn't have any of the 3 skills. He doesn't have one of the 3 skills you need. He shouldn't be on the field at all. And he's the nicest guy in the world. He never says a bad thing about anybody. And he was just as blunt as you can be about Connor Williams. And I do have a big issue with our team not having a backup center at all. And having Liam in there, who is, obviously the reason Armstead went down. That's all old news. But watching breakdowns on him, I'm actually My prediction for the game went from us scoring 40+ points to maybe 23 to 28 points.
Take away 14 points.
I'm taking away 14 points at least, losing a center. Because, I mean, how are you going to play with no center?
No, I am too.
So that's it. I just wanted to throw that
I'm a fan too, and I don't know anything. And just by watching what happened with him in center last time.
See, the key words, though, to my theory is watching him. And I'm just saying that quantum physically speaking, if you don't watch him, he's not making mistakes.
Well, he might as well not even be there. So, I mean, that's a good way to not watch him.
Well, I was going to say, if you don't look at him at all, he may not, in fact, be there.
He might as well not.
We talked about it. We talked about it earlier in the Twitter space, and then we talked about.
I got you though. I'm kidding, man.
I forgot what day it was last week, but Color made a good point, right? It's unexcusable on the play where Terran Armstead went down. When your starting center is getting pushed back 4 to 5 yards, it's never a good thing. I think we can all agree on this panel. But again, the narrative that that Liam Eichenberg got Terran Armstead hurt, that's just false. Because Terran Armstead, your all-pro left tackle, was getting pushed into Liam Eichenberg.
How did he get pushed back into Liam Eichenberg's leg? Exactly.
Right. So if Liam Eichenberg is out of position in 5 yards getting pushed back, we could safe to say and argue that Terran Armstead is out of position getting pushed 5, 6 yards back.
Maybe only a yard or two back. Maybe not as much as Liam Eichenberg. But the point is, he was being pushed back into Liam Eichenberg's leg.
Right. He was getting blown up as well. But you see, it's as fans, we'll just come out and say Liam Eichenberg is trash. Like Liam Eichenberg can't play. I get. I said it earlier. Well, and again, Joe, I'm not debating if he can or can't. All I would say is this. And going into the second quarter in Buffalo, right? 14-14, Liam Eichenberg was the starting center on those 2 scoring drives. So somehow, some way, Coach McDaniel figured out a way to scheme around this trash player that everybody says he's trash. I'm agreeing. Is he
it's not
great?
Sustainable, though. But you can't sustain the whole game would be my issue with that.
That may be true. But could we sustain one against the Panthers? So you're probably fair in lessening your 40-point prediction. I'm not saying you're unfair for that. You know what I mean? But there's those out there that are actually worried about a loss because of Eichenberg.
Yeah.
No, I'm not worried about a loss. I'm just worried about
if Panthers had offense.
No, I'm not worried about a loss either. I'm not worried about.
Well, you know what, Lewis, check this out. It's just like the thing where when Jakeem Grant dropped the pass, a good pass by Tua. Oh man, Jakeem Grant threw a bad, dropped a good pass. Versus when we're in the playoff game, when Waddle dropped the pass, everybody was like, "Oh man, Skylar Thompson threw a bad throw."
3 of them. Wait, get it right. 3 of them.
Yeah, it was. It was on the. It's definitely who they like the most. They're gonna put the blame on.
Absolutely, Shake. Because the word sustainable. Okay, cool. It's not sustainable with Liam Eichenberg. Let me pose this question to the space then, or to the panel. Is it sustainable to go through a whole season with your starting all-pro left tackle missing 6, 7, 8 games a season? Is that sustainable? No,
well, that's
it's not.
we hold on a second. We actually knew he was going to play about 12, 13 games. We got him as a bargain deal. The best left tackle when he's on the field. He's like one of the best. And he played 13 games last year. He played 1 more than we would have expected, basically. And when he comes back this year, he might play 10, if we're lucky. So it
sounds like we just need to direct. Hold on real quick. It sounds like we just need to make sure we're directing the animosity at the right place. That would be at the place of the people that keep telling us it'll be all right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
the coaching staff for not having him back.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean, Hooked Up, is the people upstairs saying to the fans, hey, it'll be all right. You know what I mean? Those are the ones we need to direct the animosity to.
And
not Liam Eichenberg.
Shout out to G with the comment. Hold on, G with I like this comment. Part-time bro left tackle, full-time benefits. Way too much PTO is over. Yeah, he used up his PTO time.
Well, Shake, it was just what you were saying, though. See, we can come out and criticize Liam Eichenberg, right? And well-deserved. But what we can't do is criticize. We can't criticize Terran Armstead. It's okay because if he plays 10 games for us, it's okay. Just because we like the name. Just because we like the player.
Well, no, I think that the criticism is unfair when you go and say that he doesn't play every game, therefore we should cut him when we got him on a 12-game understanding that he never finishes a season.
No.
Oh,
see, no. Well,
I don't know anybody calling for cutting him.
Yeah.
Well,
I've seen that over and over again, but just not around here, but I see it out there.
Right.
What the hell are you talking about?
And listen, and that's very well true. But the understanding, we didn't sign him to play 12 games a season. I don't know where you got that from.
Yeah, we totally understood that he doesn't play a full season. And if you look at the amount of cost that a left tackle actually, like you wouldn't even be able to get him. If he wasn't injury prone, he wouldn't be on our team. And the fact that he is on our team as a player and a coach, he has actually, he on the sidelines, he was even in the game and helping the offensive line. And I'm going to say one more thing. You can see in the offensive players, they're using his moves. I mean, he is an effective person that's helped. When he came in, we had 0 experienced players. The people we had on the offensive line, we drafted, and they received 0 coaching all the way until McDaniel took over. They're like, I'm not bad-mouthing Flores. I like him. No, it's not. Well, the 3rd year when Flo rebuilt his staff again, which was basically everybody except him at all the lower levels, he promoted a guy that was in another position coach to fix our 32nd ranked offensive line. You can't fix your 32nd ranked offensive line by promoting some guy that's never done it before.
He was the offensive line assistant coach, the guy he promoted, which was
with no experience.
And, he had experience. He's been an assistant. Yes, he was. He's been an assistant in the NFL, assistants coach for like 3 years before. I looked him up.
No, he was never an offensive line coach.
He was an assistant coach for the offensive line for a pro team. Unlike for at least he was coaching pro teams. He has offensive line assistant. Now Applebaum never coached in the NFL. Right. That was the guy.
Right. And that was a McDaniel guy.
And the point there, right, in the NFL, right. I didn't like that hire at all. But I did like the fact that our offensive coordinator was an offensive line coach in the past. And another coach was an offensive line coach. So when they came in, one of the very first things that you heard from the coaching staff is we had to teach the tight end room things they never knew they needed to do, which was be part of the offensive line. We didn't even know that a tight end room was not involved in the offensive line protection stuff. I mean, they're like, they don't even know what they're doing. So
I get it. Can we go back to real quick? Because, and again, I'm going to hop off now in a couple minutes, but can we please get, I just can't let that go. And I'm going to be honest. My head will explode if this is, again, true. And I guess there's nowhere to prove it. But Hook'em Joe, like, if you're telling me that when we signed Terran Armstead, our organization gave him, I don't give a damn if it was $10. If you mean to tell me they sat down and handed a contract to a player and told him, we're giving you the excuse because we all know you're injury prone, but it's okay if you play 10 to 12 games a season, that heads need to roll. Stephen Ross should fire the team. Chris Greer should be fired. Mike McDaniel should be fired. There is no way in hell you give a player that's supposed to come in here. And again, I'm not debating what you said. He is, when he's on the field, probably top 3 offensive tackles in the game. But there's no way you bring somebody in that's supposed to change, to your point, help this 32nd ranked offensive line. It's supposed to be the anchor. And you mean to tell me you're telling him it's okay to play 10 to 12 games?
Yeah, he did it. He helped. I mean, he is one reason.
Okay, but you're telling
and without him, we wouldn't be as good. I'm telling you that.
He's not playing and we're good. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Whoever is
telling you.
replacing
He's referring to the influence and the added influence on our
Right.
line.
And last year, too.
As
I'm
far as
talking
like
about-
player coaching goes, you know what I mean?
Right. And last
Is
year is
everybody-
what I'm really
is everybody
talking
on
about.
This panel, is everybody on this panel okay to Hook'em Joe's theory that the Dolphins told him it's okay for him to miss games?
I didn't
Is
say he
everybody
told
okay
him
with
that. Hold on a second. I didn't say he told him you only need to play 12 games. The only reason we got him
You're
in the
saying
first
it's okay
place
for
is
him to
because
play.
he could never finish a season.
What?
If we hired this guy and brought him in knowing he's never played a season in his entire life and we expected him to play a full season, that would be stupid. That's just my feeling on it. We didn't expect it to happen. We didn't
But
pay
see, I
that
don't think that's
much.
why people. I think that's
That
why
should be
people
the
are having a problem with what
expectation,
you're saying. I think that's why people are having a problem with what you're saying because Taron Armstead has played a whole season, and we do know that he was injured. It was an implication to the knowledgeable fans that don't expect him to play 17 games, but that 12 game roof ceiling that you're putting on him, that was making it hard for us to get on board with that because
Okay,
no
I
one in their right
understand that.
mind would expect
but
this man to play
yeah.
12 games.
Well,
I think you're
Can I
cutting it
also
way
say?
short.
Can I also add
way
one
too
more
low to say 12 games.
one more question to the calculus? Like they've made it clear that they're like I get the whole idea that people want to say their draft pick was correct and all that, but we've already gotten rid of Noah. We've gotten rid of 2 or 3 running backs that we drafted that didn't pan out. We've gotten rid of we traded Minka Fitzpatrick. You know, we've made a couple other moves that were like, okay, well, that was pretty bold or pretty decisive. Yet, for some reason, our GM and coaching staff are completely incompetent when it comes to Liam Eichenberg and can't trade him or get rid of him or cut him or anything else. It's really it's hard to understand why. I mean, I should say it's not hard to understand why some fans, some casual fans, are like, trust the process because there's really no reason they wouldn't have done something by now.
No, what's hard
Other
to
than sheer
understand is that-
incompetence.
What's hard to understand is that people like you, Color, think offensive linemen just fall out of trees. I mean,
No, wait,
like,
stop with the
Liam
people like me
Eichenberg-
shit. Hold on.
Liam
Stop with the
Eichenberg
people
at
like
this-
me shit. Okay, hold on right now. Stop with the people like me shit. I was
do you
posing a
mean?
question that is on plenty of people's minds, has nothing to do with what I think. Okay, I know offensive linemen don't grow on trees. I understand why we're doing what we're doing. I'm not the one with the question. I was just posing it.
you posed
So
it as
stop
that.
with the
That's the way
people
it
like
sounded.
you shit.
Hey, perception is 100% of reality. That's the way it sounded coming from you. So
Yeah, I'm a fucking
That's
show
happening.
host. What do you expect me to do?
Hey, it sounded
you
like
know-
that. So it sounded like
You know,
that.
I think
Chill out,
I think
relax,
that
relax.
I think that
Relax.
well, you know, when the Dolphins signed Armstead, man, you know, me myself, I know I don't. Well, let me put that another way, man. It's not like they didn't know this guy was going to miss games, man. They were just willing to put up with it, man. You know, and hopefully that he wouldn't miss a whole entire season.
Wait a minute, Fred.
They knew
Did
they
everybody
knew he was
forget
going to
the
miss
fact that I
games, man.
started my statement with, here's another question to add to the calculus? What part of that made it personal to me for you, Big Nick? What part of that caveat made it personal to me?
Because if you wanted me to not think that it was people like you saying
Then I
that,
should have
then you
said
would've
something like, if I didn't
trying
want,
to
hold
answer
on,
you.
if I didn't
I'm
want
trying to
people to
answer
think
you.
that, if I didn't want
Okay.
people to think
So
that, then
normally-
I should have started.
normally-
Then I should have started my statement with something like, "Here's a question just to add to the calculus."
No,
just like
no,
I did.
No, you would ask it. You start the question like this. You know, some people are saying. Some people are saying when you say here's a question.
What do you
that
think?
means that's a
Here's
thought of
another
yours.
question to add to the calculus means.
Right, that sounds like it's your question to add.
No, here's another question to add to the
Right.
calculus.
Hey, look, Color. If I wasn't talking about me, I would say not me, but people are saying. That's how I would do it, and I think that's how most people would do it. But you didn't do that, so of course I'm automatically.
Well,
assume
you
that's
didn't
your
take it
thought
to mean
process.
that, bro. I'm sorry you misunderstood my
Okay, then
caveat.
let it go. Let it go then. Let it go.
And I'm just asking you to stop with the people like you bullshit.
Well, if that's the perception I get, that's what I get.
You know what? No matter what the perception is, having people like you as a statement that you start something is an attack on somebody, and
Well,
you can make a statement without starting with people like you.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be taken as an attack, man.
Right.
I mean, there's just no way around that.
You're right about that. Stop. You're absolutely right about that. Or you can just say some people think, or you can eliminate all of that.
Or maybe you can get over yourself and quit trying to play arbiter of who should say what.
Or maybe not.
Everybody has a different style, but and it butts heads sometimes. But
right, and that's why I am
that's what I heard. Straight up with you that I don't care if it is what he said. When you're in in a forum, when you start off something with people like you, blah blah blah, it's an inflammatory statement. I mean, even if it was true, and even if he said that,
man.
I mean,
hey, and I got a 7 o'clock I got to get to. I'm at a hotel.
Right. Thank you, Hooked Up Joe.
Hey, and I'm all good. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm just kind of telling you that's the way from just a third party.
That was a statement.
I can see why he got triggered.
That was a statement made that Armstead contributed to his own injury, and because he was getting pushed back too. If anybody knows anything about football, you know that certain positions on the offensive line, like the tackles, they give ground. Automatically, they give ground. So as far as him getting pushed back, I don't believe that was the case. I think he was giving ground like he was supposed to. And Liam Eichenberg.
However you got to spin it to make Eichenberg the culprit of his injury, go ahead. I don't care anymore. If Eichenberg is that bad, then yes, offensive linemen do grow on trees. Because if he's as bad as you all claim, you could have went and got anybody.
You can't.
So yes, they do grow on trees.
So I can't say people like you. I can't say people like you, but you can say as bad as you all claim. See what I'm saying?
No, as bad as you claim. As bad as you claim. You claimed it.
I said on that play, he got shitted on that play. I thought up until that play.
And if that player is as bad as you are claiming.
Color. I thought up until that play, Eichenberg was playing pretty well. Up until the bottom fell out, Eichenberg was playing well. We had the ball twice.
You can say that for 22 guys on the freaking team, bro. Up until the point we were losing, we were all playing well.
I ain't come up here to argue with you guys. I came up here to learn something and to talk about the upcoming game. You guys so fucking confrontational.
He's got
nice reciprocating there, bro. That's right. Put it on me when you came up here talking about you all this and you all that.
You're the one made the statement.
Yeah, so go contact your lawyer and sue me for it.
You such a fucking victim, Color. You're a victim, man. You're a consummate victim.
No, you're the one that needs to contact the lawyer and sue me over it.
No, I don't. I need to do exactly what I said and place you in the bucket where I think you belong.
That's right, because that's what you do. You put people in buckets. That's right.
Hey, Shake, I got a question for you, bro.
Works for me.
Let's take the temperature.
What's up, Fred? Go ahead. Ask your question.
Okay, peace out, y'all. I got my 7 o'clock.
All right, man.
Good
talking to you again.
Peace, Joe. Peace,
Joe.
Joe.
Let me welcome.
Liam don't like pushback. That's the problem.
But let Joe.
I don't even give a shit about the offensive line. I wish we'd go out there with nobody. How about that? Tyreek Hill and Tua are so amazing. We shouldn't even need an offensive line.
Listen, Carter, let Hooked Up Joe talk, and then we could go back to normal schedule. Go ahead. Sorry, Hooked Up Joe. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, actually, I don't want to say something and leave and not give somebody a chance to give a rebuttal on it. So, and it was just about Eichenberg. I'm just worried about it for the Panthers game. So I'm just going to leave it alone. And I just want to say I really enjoy streaming with you guys. And
cool.
Hey, likewise, man. Fins up, baby.
Yeah, Joe. Be cool, man. Hey, Shake. Hey, Shake. The question I have for you, Shake, man. Sorry if I cut you off, but who else do you see? Who else do you see, Shake? We could sit down this week, man, and where he could get rested up for the week after, man. We like to be at full speed with everybody.
Sure.
The week after. Who else would you like to see them probably sit, man? Or get less work too?
Well, sure. I hope they all play, because at the end of the day, rust is a thing. So you know what I'm saying. If you're injured, then whatever. But I want everybody to play because at least a half or 3/4, because at the end of the day, a man will rust out faster than he'll wear out. So
yeah. Is Phillips out?
Yeah, like is Phillips playing this week, man?
I think so.
I don't know what the latest report says. We just need to go and play this game like we do every other game. We start talking about sitting people and rust and all that. We're going to look like absolute fools against the Eagles. That's all I'm saying.
What's up? Well, let me welcome to the panel. What's up, Jay? How you doing, man? Jay, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just saying, people like me are getting ready for Philly. That's the real litmus test.
Uh-huh.
I don't know about people like you guys. What about people like you guys? Can you tell me about people like you guys?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people like me, I'm ready. I'm ready for this tailgate, man. I'm excited.
Oh shit!
People like me are actually going into the stadium after the tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do in the stadium after the tailgate on Sunday? You're going in the stadium. Yep. Yeah, once though, right?
We hope.
Yeah.
Was anyone at that game, that Tennessee game, like 6 years ago, where it stopped for like 3 hours or 2.5? The home opener. You guys don't remember?
Yeah. It was long. It took it's the longest now. Now it's the longest game and longest game ran in NFL history.
I couldn't watch it all. I fell asleep. Yeah. Okay, so I think we can score about 50 points on these guys. No problem. They've got their 2 safeties missing. Joe Riss said he thought that their starting cornerback's missing. So 3 of their starters are out on defense. This team's garbage. This team is like a college football team we're playing.
Yeah. Even if their full team was healthy on defense, you only got one player to worry about, and that's Brian Burns Jr. You can control him.
Burns.
That's it.
Basically. Mm-hmm. But with Armstead out, we got to watch it because you never know. With Liam Eichenberg, if he's in there, you never know.
Well, that was going to be my question is, what is the freaking alternative to all this? To Big Nick's point about some people thinking that offensive linemen grow on trees. What's the alternative?
Well, I mean, the alternative is, I guess, you go out and get someone. I don't think it's worth it, though, at the deadline.
But that's the question. Where, who, and when?
Yeah, it's not worth it now.
Yeah. Listen,
I think Jerry Judy's available.
At the end of the day,
do you want Jerry Judy?
Look, at the end of the day, as far as the offensive line, that my biggest worry for Sunday is what kind of cognac I'm going to be drinking. That's it.
No team has a backup center. They would already been gone. Somebody would already traded for him. No team has a backup center. Just like no team has a backup left tackle. You know, like it's just the way it is in the NFL. In the college, they don't have time to teach these guys how to play offensive line. They just don't.
Well, isn't the person that when is it that backup Armstead? He did pretty good, didn't he? At that space?
No, it's not when. It's not when.
I'm not saying the name. Lamb, whatever.
It's Kendall Lamb, and I think Kendall Lamb has only given up 1 sack since he's played.
Yeah.
There's Lester Cotton as well, or bantied about.
He's the backup center.
It makes no sense to get Jerry Judy with Claypool.
Do what?
Well, they're going to be shopping Jerry Jeudy, but we already got Claypool. It makes no sense.
Why? Claypool is like twice the size of Jerry Jeudy. We've already got 4 Jerry Judys on our team.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense.
Yeah,
makes no sense to go get Judy anyway, man.
Miami Dolphins is like the mashed potatoes and corn with stacking up on wide receivers. Are we getting an offensive line? No, all we're getting is mashed potatoes and corn.
Y'all realize our offensive line is 8th ranked in the league right now, right?
No, I don't know.
I think that's because the talent or lack thereof that we've played.
Come on, man. God.
We'll see after Philadelphia.
Somebody
we'll
pull
see
up
after
the top
Philly.
10. Somebody pull up the top 10 and let's go through every single team and who they've played, man. I'm so tired of that, bro. Then why do we even watch, man? Why are we even watching this football team?
Why don't we play Philadelphia?
Why are we watching this football team?
We don't make the schedule up. The NFL
Would
does.
you
When they
rather
play
we have lost to all of those teams and be 32nd ranked? I don't know what to tell you.
I don't care about rankings. I care about winning in the playoffs. I want to beat good teams.
We're sitting here lamenting our offensive line, and it's 8th ranked in the league.
And you say you want to be winning. We're 1-4. What more do you want?
No, we're 4-1, and we'll be 5-1 after we beat another dog team. We played one good team. We got our shit knocked out of us.
What about the Chargers?
That's the truth.
Team. What about the Chargers? They're a good team, aren't they?
They're consistently inconsistent. You never know what Chargers you're getting.
Those are the
personalities.
Those are the statements right there when I say people like you. And I apologize earlier, Color, but that's why
no
I say
problem,
people like you.
I apologize. I apologize. Hold on, let me first accept your apology and offer an apology as well.
Let me address this while it's on my mind, right? That people like you comment belong to this one right here. You keep saying we played 2 good teams and one of them beat our ass. Well, how many good teams have Buffalo beat?
23 years, no fucking playoff victories, big man.
How many teams
keep talking, keep running your mouth.
How many good teams have San Francisco beaten? How many good teams have Philly beaten? How many good teams have Kansas City beaten?
They just beat a good team. They beat the Dallas Cowboys. They blew them out. They just beat a good team. What are you talking about?
The Cardinals beat the Cowboys.
Yeah,
the Cardinals beat them.
Who did the Cowboys beat? They're a good team because the media told you they're a good team. But who did they beat? See, the problem is when the Dolphins are not doing certain things, you want to use that narrative. When they was losing to shit teams, everybody was saying you can't be a good team until you beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Now that the Dolphins are beating the teams they're supposed to beat, you guys are using that as a crutch. Well, they only
this is why I can't wait till they play Philadelphia. I can't wait till they play Philadelphia. I fucking can't fucking wait.
Why? Why
do you think so? If you had a brain cell, you'd know. Why do you think? Why do you think, bud?
5 games. Listen, Philadelphia have won 5 games. Tell me one memorable game that they have won when you say, God damn, Philadelphia kicked that ass. Tell me one.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. It's such a silly question.
Tell me a game where Philadelphia was not completely blown away the game. It was over with.
Hey, listen. Hey, check this out. And the Chargers struggle with the Jets and the Denver Broncos.
Well, real quickly, I'm gonna just go through it right now. The Eagles defeated the Patriots 25-20, the Vikings 34-28, the Buccaneers 25-11, the Commanders 34-31. And the Rams 23-14. That's who the Eagles have beat.
And he's waiting for us to play that team as if there's some magical, unbeatable
play
team.
Philadelphia, play Kansas City, play San Francisco, play real fucking teams. Beat Buffalo. Play Buffalo. We had our chance. We got the shit knocked out of us.
When is Philadelphia going to play a real fucking team?
When they play us.
Even Color, if he wants to be objective with his intelligence, will agree with me. We got to beat Philadelphia. We got to prove ourselves as a team.
But
What I'm telling you, Jay, what I'm telling you is I don't disagree with you, but I don't think Philadelphia is the measure. I think Philadelphia is a pretender.
Would you agree with me? They're a better measure than Carolina this weekend?
No, I would not agree with that.
So you're saying they're both at the same level?
I would agree. I would say Miami, first of all, Miami has a better offense and they have a better defense.
Yeah. Well,
they scored one more point on the Patriots. Their score against the Patriots was 25-20. Ours was 24-20. There's a direct measure right there.
I say, man, we can crack any of these NFL.
Can't get no more a close comparison than a common opponent in the same season.
I'm going to take receipts, and I hope I'm wrong, because after that Philly game, I bet you we're going to get beat, honest to God, by 21 points plus.
So why take a receipt?
Okay,
we get beat. If we get beat, we get beat, bro. Why come on this show?
I hope we don't.
To us, though?
See, that's what I'm trying to say. The Philadelphia Eagles have not demonstrated the ability to beat anybody by more than 14 this year.
Exactly.
So then why all of a sudden are we going to be such a bad team that they beat us by 21? What is it about us that is so fake?
Name a game.
It's a primetime game. They'll want to put us right in our place.
Name a game where Philadelphia was -3 in a turnover and still won the game by 15 points, by 2 touchdowns.
Or any team for that matter.
Name the game.
Any team.
Any team. But they're going to beat us by 21 points.
Well,
these people, man.
Was it the Patriots?
We lost the turnover battle. Listen, we lost the turnover battle by 3-0. We lost the goddamn time of possession. What was it? Almost 2-1? Wasn't it 2, something like that?
It was.
And we still beat them by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but come on, Nick, man. You can't just rule out the fact, man. It was the Giants, bro. Yeah, we lost the turnover battle, man. But the Giants didn't have anything to counter it, man. You know what I mean?
Last year. The Giants was a playoff team. The Giants were their playoff team.
All right, but that's last year, man. That's last year. We talking about this year, bro. They ain't even won a game yet this year, bro.
Then why this dude
Yeah, actually, they have won a game this year. They have won a game this year. They have won a game this year. They beat the Carolina Panthers.
Oh.
If it's all about last year, Fred, why is this guy on Philadelphia's job so hard?
I just don't know why Philadelphia is the measure. We haven't even played. Neither of these two teams have faced each other since we have rebuilt. We have not faced them since they got hurt, and we've not faced them since we got Tua. That matchup has yet to happen. How everybody is so sure because they were the Super Bowl runner-ups. How everybody is so sure that they're not pretenders, that their conference isn't so bad that a pretender could make it to the Super Bowl. Okay, we've never played them.
Philadelphia Eagles team, if this same Philadelphia Eagles team didn't make the Super Bowl last year, this same team that's 5-0 didn't make the Super Bowl last year, you think he'll be saying they're gonna beat us by 21 points?
I can't speak for Jay. He's here to answer the question himself. So I'm not going to answer for him.
You're not going to answer it honestly.
Yeah. Ask him, Nick.
That takes precedence. Give me a couple minutes.
In the Super Bowl last year. That's the only reason he's saying that, because they have not looked like. As a matter of fact, if you respect anything about the experts and the commentators, they continue to drop them in the power rankings because they're so inept. They're not looking the same.
The statistics and probabilities match because despite them being 5-0, they are actually projected with a worse record than Miami. And their probabilities of going deeper are less than the Dolphins.
And on most people power rankings, either the Dolphins are number 3 or number 2. Number 3 or number 2.
Good evening, gentlemen. How's everybody doing in this bunch of bullshit talk?
Pretty good, man.
We're trying to understand why this man think the Dolphins are going to lose by 21 to the Eagles.
It'll never happen. They haven't even played anyone worthwhile yet.
He said 21? Damn.
That's what he said.
And y'all say I'm not a fan. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Fred, but no team in the NFL
No.
I don't believe any
I
team
call it
has
the way I
played like
see
They're
it,
beating
guys.
us by
That's
21. It's because we simply collapsed and didn't show up. No different than the Buffalo Bills.
What team in the NFL besides the Miami Dolphins have played at least two legit quality teams?
I tell you, man, you know,
We'll
really,
have to look at the
I don't think- I
schedule,
don't-
but I'm sure you
I
can
don't-
find them.
Yeah, you'll probably
Philly
find
played
them.
one.
That's
They
the thing,
beat
Jay.
Dallas.
Nobody else is doing that. Look at the Bills. Who have they played? Oh, they played the Jets, and they lost to them.
Color, I won't debate you. I'll debate. I can debate you. I can't debate Big Nick due to the intelligence level. Listen to me very carefully. How many times when we had Dave Wannstedt, how many times he can't take it? The child can't take it. How many times when we had Dave Wannstedt, were we 5-2, 4-2, 6-3? Yeah, we're gonna go far. We got Junior Seau now, and what happens? I've been seeing the same rodeo for the last 23 years.
First of all, that's a different coach.
Hasn't been the coach since 2005.
They've always been frauds, like Armando Big O said. I'm not a fan of them. The Miami Dolphins have been frauds for like fucking 26, 27 years.
I understand. And if we're just gonna if I'm gonna base my fandom on that, then that's fine. Okay, then that's what I expect. But in the moment, I'm not going to sit here and act like any of that affects the moment right now. Because if we do, then how are we ever going to prove? How are we ever going to prove that we're not frauds?
But what is your Facebook account? I want to go to your Facebook account, and I want to look at week 3 to see if you call the Miami Dolphins frauds after week 3. I want to go to your Facebook account and see when you posted about your Miami Dolphins after we put 70 up on Denver.
To be real,
I'm not stupid enough to have Facebook.
Hold on, to be real, every team.
That's for kids.
To be real, every team that didn't win the Super Bowl for the last forever are frauds. How many teams were 14-2 that lost the Super Bowl throughout the years? A zillion of them.
We haven't even went to the Super Bowl. We haven't even went to the Super Bowl since when? 1984?
But so has nobody else. So has a lot of other teams.
Right. The Jets haven't been since 1969.
Oh, the Jets. That's not a team to measure.
If I'm not mistaken, there's still a team in the league that hasn't ever been to a Super Bowl.
It's a lot of them.
There's a few of them.
Well, the Lions, they might be going this year if they haven't won. I think they've won once. Maybe before
but
the
we're
merger.
not sitting here going, they're definitely frauds because of the way they've been. No, people believe in them.
Hey, but they were always,
let me rephrase it. Does it not stick out to you regarding winning percentages with respect to organizations that Miami is still, like, I think in the top 8 of winning percentages? Yet, what do we have to really show for it?
We're frauds.
Hey, Nick,
we have 5 Super Bowl appearances, 2 victories.
We can't go with the 5 Super Bowl appearances because then we're hypocrites because we mock the Bills about going to 4 in a row.
Wait a minute. You asked the question based on our historical winning percentage and what it has earned us. So if you're going to ask me what our historical winning percentage has earned us, I'm going to give you our historical earnings.
But hold on, Color. Because he won't debate with me because there's an intellect deficit between him and I'm lower, right? So ask him this: how hard, or explain to him how much of a disadvantage a 1 in 32 chance is. A 1 in 32 chance odds. Explain those odds to him so he'll understand.
Well, there wasn't 32 teams 15, 20 years ago.
Absolutely, they were. See, you don't know football.
Oh, yes, it was.
You don't know football. He don't know football.
Okay. 15 years ago there was.
20 years ago there was.
Teams around.
20 years ago
all of that's relative anyway. All of that's relative to a paradigm anyway.
But even if it was 30 teams, what's the odds? How favorable are 1 in 30 odds? How favorable are 1 in 28 odds? How favorable is that?
Nick, just beat Philadelphia. I'm a Dolphins fan, okay? Just beat Philadelphia, and then you can tell me to shut the fuck up. That'll be music to my ears. Just beat Philly. We just need to beat Philly. And then everyone on here that disagrees with me can tell me to shut the fuck up. I'm a stupid, white trash piece of shit living in South Florida.
Oh, you
That's what I have to do.
bro. You gonna hear it, bro. Because I'm definitely
I'll love it. I'll love it. Because that means we win. Because that means we win. That'll be music to my ears, and I'm not being sarcastic.
I'm just saying a win over Philadelphia. A win over Philadelphia is not going to make me feel any better or worse about Chiefs. About the Chiefs. That's all I'm saying.
But and it doesn't matter. The Big O already convinced this man that the Miami Dolphins are fraud. So why do you need us to win against Philadelphia?
No. I convinced myself. He just reaffirmed that.
If we beat Philadelphia or Kansas City, our fan base is going to feel like that's the Super Bowl anyway. So I don't care. Nothing changes for me if we beat those teams. We still have to win a playoff game. We still have to win the AFC Championship game to get in the damn Super Bowl. It doesn't matter who we beat in the regular season, or how, or when, or why.
It doesn't bother you, though? It's been 23 years and we can't even win a playoff game?
Of course it bothers me, but that's why I keep watching. Am I going to stop being? Am I going to walk out feeling this way? Absolutely not. I'm going to walk out on top.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Seeing this guy, John Featherman, man.
In 22 years, we haven't had a playoff team to win.
Even if the Dolphins lose,
there is no nuance with this guy. None.
And look, what I'm trying to say is just because we beat the Chiefs doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It can't predict anything. It doesn't mean we're going to get to the Super Bowl.
I know.
Wait, John.
I'm just saying.
What you want to say, man? You cracking up.
Even if we lose by a little bit, we're not frauds. Okay.
Right.
That's exactly my point, bro.
Playoff Super Bowl team.
But that's my point. If we lose to the Chiefs, if we lose to the Eagles and the Chiefs, that doesn't change anything about whether we can get to the Super Bowl or not.
No, it doesn't.
Hey Jay, I just want you to know I'm practicing. I'll be practicing my shut the fuck up, man. When we beat the Eagles, bro. I ain't forgot.
Look, we're projected with the statistics and probabilities. We're projected to have 5 losses. We have 1 right now. 12-5 gets you in the playoffs. If we were to win out and make it to the Super Bowl, none of those 5 losses matter.
That's right.
It doesn't matter who they're to. Now, I can agree with guys like Lewis and say, if we can't beat those teams, then likely we're not getting to the Super Bowl because we're not that type of team. That's a different argument and one that I would agree with. But none of it matters as to whether we can actually get there or not. It doesn't matter if we beat the Chiefs. It doesn't matter if we lose to the Chiefs. It doesn't matter how we – well, you could argue close loss would be better than a blowout, but it doesn't matter. We still have to win the AFC Championship game and whoever that opponent is to get in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. That's right.
If you're a knowledgeable Miami Dolphin fan and you know your team and you can take a look at this schedule, there's only possible 3 more losses. 3 more losses. Even if you want to say Buffalo sweep us, there's only 3 more losses that I can see that are feasible that I say, okay, that can be a loss. Which will make us 13-4.
Oh, what was that, Fred? Hold on.
He's not saying when the last time we had a 13-4 team. He's saying when the last time we won a playoff.
And besides the fact that if we let's say we were to do that, let's say we go 12-5 just to be conservative, Big Nick. Let's say we go 12-5, and those 5 losses are all.
I don't see 4
well, hold on.
losses.
Let me finish. Let's say we go 12-5, and all 5 of those losses are to good teams, right? Or to the upper echelon teams. Well, that doesn't mean that the other 12 wins by the end of the season won't be looked back at as, hey, 8 of those were really good teams.
But see, now
we don't know.
Now you got to show me that fourth team. I'm sorry, Color. I'm that dude. Now
No,
you
I'm saying that by the end of the year, we could find out that by the end of the year we beat a couple 10-win teams that weren't necessarily thought of as 10-win teams when we beat them.
That's true. But I still don't see 4 more.
So this notion that if we lose to the 5 teams or all upper echelon teams means that we're fake. Nah, we're fake if we don't win a playoff game. We're fake if we don't contend in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's why I don't get that man. I can't get that man another view of mine. I just can't, because after we lost to Buffalo, after we dominated so far, we've been the talk of the NFL. We lose one game, and this dude, who's supposed to be the voice of our community, gets on there and calls us fraud. He'll never get another view from me.
And you know what's funny? And you know what's funny is
he's been that way, Big Nick.
But you know what's funny, Nick? After he says, and anybody who supports this team are fraudulent fans.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Look,
yeah, that's actually what that means. Yeah, if you draw that line from it. Yeah.
Look. Right now, as we currently sit, even with last night's win by the Chiefs, we have a 73.6% chance of making the division playoffs. That means winning a playoff game.
But what nobody's talking about?
Hold on, Nick. Hold on. Let me finish, please. Can you all let a person finish, please? The Miami Dolphins have a 73.6 chance of making the divisional round of the playoffs. That means winning a playoff game. Because to get to the divisional round, you have to win the wild card. And obviously, right now, projections have the Chiefs and the Niners as having the bye week. Okay? 73.6% chance of making the divisional playoffs. The Buffalo Bills have a 72.6% chance of making the divisional round of the playoffs.
And that game will be played in Miami.
After saying that about us fans, man, I'm going to use my fuck you now, man. So fuck you, man.
And by the way, just to round home the point, since it was the Eagles we were talking about, the Eagles only have a 68.6% chance of making the divisional round of the playoffs. So I submit to you that the Eagles need to beat us to prove themselves, not the other way around.
Hey, I was having more fun bashing that other dude. Let's bash that other dude for about.
What dude?
Let's bash the so-called radio expert. Let's bash the guy that keep want to compare himself to fucking the ESPN reporters, and he keeps saying we. You're not a fucking Marcel Louis Jaw. You're not fucking Cameron Wolf. Sit your ass down. That's why you on YouTube. Oh, that dude. Who
is it?
The big O.
We have a 97.3% chance of making the playoffs. The Bills have a 95.2% chance of making the playoffs.
If the season ended today in the AFC right now, who's the number 1 seed? I know it comes down to certain
San Francisco 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs.
Why is Kansas City the number 1 seed?
Because they're 5-1. They're a half a game ahead of us because we haven't played our game yet.
Yeah, they just played. But if both of us are 5-1, who has the edge? Is it because we lost
based on conference record?
It'd be based on conference record, right? Conference records.
Okay.
Let me look real quick.
Yeah, we lost the conference game. That makes sense. That's got to be the first tiebreaker.
And then head-to-head, if we play them, then that will be the tiebreaker. Head-to-head.
I know it better not. I know the first tiebreaker better not be points.
They're a half game ahead of us in the conference because they are 3-0 in the conference. We're 3-1.
Okay, all right.
That's what puts them.
It better not be points. I know that.
So, but we both have 3 conference wins. It's that one loss we have that makes them a half game better in the conference record.
And by the way, call him by his real name, Lardo.
Oh
Not big
yeah,
old
yeah,
large.
yeah. I mean, no, seriously, man. I don't get pissed off. Like I never thought I'd do, but I fuck that dude, man. Fuck that dude.
My bad.
If we're even as far as games, they go by points. Is that what they do?
No, man, it does.
Eventually, they'll get
like
the point
seventh-
differential.
Yeah, it's like the seventh tiebreaker. It's like the 6th or 7th.
If it comes down to
like point differential and common opponents or something.
Yeah, man, it
it's like
could
one
come
of the
to
final
points.
tiebreakers.
It could
Okay,
come to
so
points.
can we have an early prediction with respect to Philadelphia? I'm saying Philadelphia beats us. Color, what are you saying? Philadelphia
Come on,
or
man.
Miami?
I'd say Miami. You supposed to say Miami, bro. Come on, man.
Well, if I were to rely, if we're talking early prediction, then I'm going to rely heavily on things like home field advantage, and it's not really fair. But I would have the Eagles edging us out.
Me too.
Okay, fair enough. Crypto,
There's
you Philly or Miami?
There's no shame in losing to the Eagles. They're ahead of they started their rebuild.
There's no shame in losing to this Eagles team in Philadelphia either.
No, there's no shame in losing to the Eagles. There's no shame.
That won't be
They are
considered a
damn
bad
good
loss
team.
at all. Right. They
Yeah,
won't be like. It's not like if you losing to Philly is not like losing to Carolina. That's a big.
But I think we have
difference.
every bit of chance I think we have every bit of chance at surprising everybody to find out that we're far better than they are, and vice versa. I mean, we haven't played these two teams since they've been built. Have not played each other in the regular season.
I mean, we can't.
This is the first matchup between these two teams since they've built everything they've built.
Now we can't lose to Philly 38-3.
We just played the Eagles. We just played the Eagles year before last. We cracked
No, we didn't, Fred. That was the preseason, and Jalen Hurts did not play.
You don't think if we was to lose by that score, you wouldn't think that it wouldn't matter? Or wait a minute, say that again.
If we lose 38-3, right? No. What I said was we can't afford to lose 38-3. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, okay. So if that was to happen, do you think that'll be a bad look on us?
No, hell no. No.
Yeah, if we got blown out, then you could argue, okay, we got exposed for something, I guess.
Right.
You know?
I'm saying if they beat us by that score, you that would look bad on us or nobody. I mean, it wouldn't matter.
I think the last time we went to the Super Bowl, I think San Diego beat our ass, like dogged us. And yeah,
Nick, we didn't beat the Eagles. We didn't beat the Eagles 2 years ago.
No,
Fred,
we did. Last time we played
the Eagles, bro.
Last time we played the Eagles. Last time we played the Eagles, Brian Flores was the head coach.
Yeah, when
2019 was the year.
Can I just tell you the last time we played the Eagles was in the preseason, and Jalen Hurts did not play. It doesn't matter when we did. Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa have never faced each other in the preseason. You can ask all the questions you want, but that is the fact.
I'm not talking about preseason. I'm talking about a regular season game.
They never played a
They
regular
never
season.
played each other in the regular season either.
Do I have to speak another language or something?
You said preseason,
this is
bro.
their first matchup.
They have never faced each other, period.
Ever.
Period. In any game, ever.
The last time we played them, Tua wasn't in the league and Jalen wasn't the starter.
Oh, okay.
Right, he wasn't even. Neither one of us in the league was playing football.
We played them in the preseason, last preseason, and Jalen Hurts did not play.
And what year?
Right.
What year was that?
Jalen didn't play. Tua only played one.
It was last year.
I'm talking about
last year. Yeah, Tua played one quarter in that game.
If you'd all stop talking over people, you'd hear it.
Right.
Hey, man, ain't nobody talking over nobody color but you, man.
Hey, Fred.
You the one talking over people.
Count.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, Fred, that game don't matter because it's a right. It don't count, right? It was Tua only played one warm-up quarter and Jalen set the whole game. They never finished.
Yes.
Michael K is accusing all of us of looking past Carolina. We will destroy Carolina. I have no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, and if we look past Carolina, if we look past Carolina, then obviously we're going to make it up with the Eagles. So what? Who cares?
So the Miami Dolphins are 1-1 against teams with winning records. What is the Buffalo Bills record against? What is Buffalo Bills record against teams with winning records?
With winning records, 1-1, because they lost to a team with losing records.
So what the hell Michael K is talking about? He need to worry about that.
Right, they 1-1 too. They got the same record. Right.
I don't even think we got a win against a team with a winning record.
The Chargers have a winning record.
Nobody does.
The Chargers have a
winning record. I thought they're 500.
Okay, they beat the Cowboys. They'll have a winning record, so that'll be our win against the winning team.
Cowboys right at 500, aren't they? They right at 500 right now, aren't they?
Aren't they two?
The Cowboys? No, the Cowboys are 3-2 now.
No, LA. The Chargers are 500, I think.
Chargers
500
win. Right. When the Chargers win against the Cowboys, they'll be 3-2 when they beat the Cowboys. So
I think really gonna. I don't think they'll be the Cowboys if it's in Dallas.
No, it's in LA.
They'll beat the Cowboys. They'll get
It's
like
in
5
LA.
interceptions and.
Hey, by the way, I'm gonna text you later today. I'm changing my pick to the Jaguars because Anthony Richardson's out for 4 weeks.
Me too. That's my pick as well. I think I already picked against them this week.
The Jaguars, people sleep on them. Jaguars have a good team.
I picked the Jaguars, right?
Yeah. You picked the Jaguars. So I'm gonna text you right now.
So Shake, you can't. You got to take an L on that one, Shake, buddy.
No.
Well, the Gators are going to lose anyway, so it's
no, it don't matter. No,
it don't matter.
Guys.
It's just the Gators.
Just like the Canes.
Gators losing by 20 points this weekend.
Hey, are you guys
Canes are losing by 40.
The Chargers had a bye week after week 5, after week 4. They already had their bye week.
And by the way, the Bills
early bad. Sam ran too. I think Sam ran had a bye week too, didn't he?
The Bills have only beaten one team with a winning record. Anyway, and that's us.
Right.
That's
So
kind of early to have a bye week.
well, that is kind of up there because we are a good team. So
I mean, but I don't think
that's like beating 3 teams with a winning record when they beat us.
I think the Steelers might be the only team to win 2 games against winning teams.
Yeah, Chargers had their bye week last
The
week.
Steelers, yeah, you're right. Tomlin is a hell of a coach, man. He just find a way to win games.
That's an early.
Yeah, Chargers are 500 because they had a bye week.
We got to start thinking about Mike Tomlin as being a first ballot now. We got to start talking about that.
Oh, that's
Mike
a
Tomlin's
guarantee.
gotta
That's
be
already guaranteed, man. That's guaranteed. Yeah, he's.
It's got to be a first ballot. Yeah.
I like,
a lot of people trying to say he wasn't a first ballot though. Why were they saying he won the first ballot, Nick? Why wasn't they saying he was in the first ballot?
I don't know, but I don't get me the line. I don't know. I don't know.
That's
all
crazy.
All I know, he's the only coach in the NFL to never have
He's
a
a
losing.
brother, man. He's a brother, man.
He,
Say it, Nick. He's a brother, man.
hey,
He never had a losing record.
The Packers and
He's never had a
Steelers
losing record.
this week.
That's a hard feat to do when you coach more than 10 years. That's a hell of a record to have.
Well, shit,
Hey,
it was Stephen Ross who said he was too hip hop to hire him and hired Philman.
It was
instead.
Stephen
Yeah, he
Ross.
did say
It was
Yeah, it
Stephen
was
Ross.
Steve. Yeah, Steve Ross did say he was too hip hop.
And it was Jeff Ireland. It was Jeff Ireland to ask another black player if his mother was a prostitute. That was Jeff Ireland.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it was.
Are you serious,
It
bro?
was Des
Jeff
Bryant.
Riley
Yeah,
did do
Des
that as
Bryant.
well.
yeah, Des Bryant.
Des Bryant called
I would've
was
grabbed-
she a prostitute? God damn.
Yeah, I would have grabbed him. I'm sorry, man. Fuck you, mean? I would have grabbed him because Des Bryant told his story, right? Des Bryant told his story, and this is the divide in cultures, right? Des Bryant told his story and told the NFL that his father used to be a pimp. So Jeff Ireland automatically assumed that your mother must be a prostitute. Now, if he'd have told that to a black GM, nobody would have put that together. Nobody would have.
Right. Yeah.
Like that was, and so that was crazy, man. And then
Yeah,
for it to get
Des
leaked
Bryant
out,
and
and it wasn't about
Right,
Des Bryant,
exactly. Because just because your daddy was a plumber, don't mean your mom was a janitor. You know what I mean? Like,
Just because your dad was a
Yeah.
plumber doesn't mean your mom was a damsel in distress that needed her sink fixed.
Right.
Did your mom have sink problems?
But that's the way the establishment thinks, man.
No. We're not gonna let you do that. No, we're not gonna let you whitewash that. That's not the way the establishment thinks. It's not. That's the way certain products of the establishment thinks, maybe.
certain sections.
Right, because your dad was a
Yeah,
pipe fitter. Don't mean he was a hoe,
my
man.
grandmother said she met my granddaddy in a taxi cab back in the day.
Was he a taxi cab driver?
He was the cab driver, and she was in the back seat.
Oh,
That's how they met.
Oh.
Hey,
Yeah, he
over
actually
for a
picked her up.
second, man.
Hey,
He
listen.
picked her up,
Wow.
and that's how my father was born.
So your daddy was a car salesman, so his wife had to have been a car detailer.
I got a parent story. A crazy.
My mom was the cook,
parent
so
story.
my mom was a waitress.
My mom and dad only had one child, me, right? And guess what? I ain't gonna say I was made on the first night, but they did it on the first night. And they stayed together like 20-some years. So
One night stands was very popular back in the day.
I think I was made on
the first night.
I used to
That's
use that
very
excuse
likely.
all the time. I used to use that excuse all the time. What do you mean it's too soon? My mom and dad.
Yeah.
Hey, my grandmom held a gun to my dad, said, "You're going to marry my daughter, man." So.
God damn. You're gonna marry Wait a minute, she said that to your dad or your women? What'd you say?
She said that to my dad, Crypto. She said, "You're going to marry my daughter." Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, real shit, man. I heard about that, man. I said, "Damn, yeah."
That's what you call an arrangement right there.
And he married my mom, Crypto.
Right. He's like, okay, I ain't got no. I might as well stick it out.
Yeah. I did have a couple uncles and shit like that.
I know it's
too,
my dad was 29 and my mom was 17 when they met. They got married a month after she turned 18, and they've been married. They got married in 63. So I remember how many marriages that is.
That shit was normal back then.
Oh yeah,
man.
No, you pretty much at right at 18. That's when you got married. You married young back then.
No, I mean the big age discrepancies between the men and the women. That shit was
the
normal
man and the woman. Yeah, that's too. Yeah, that was normal too.
Yeah, but they've been married. They've been married since then. My dad passed away, unfortunately, but they were married for like almost. It was gonna be 60 years. They were this was gonna be their 60-year anniversary, man.
That's good shit.
If you go back to the early 1900s, and you look at your great grandfather, he probably was like 54, and your grandmother was probably like 16
in her late 20s or
Oh shit, my grandmother, my grandfather was
20s.
You know what's funny is my grandfather was a 20-year difference between my grandmother, and his second wife was a 30-year difference, and he outlived both of them.
Yeah, I think 16 was
Granddaddy was
considered
dropping
the age
that wood.
Age of reason. You know, that was the age of reason. 16 years old was considered basically adult back then. That's why Benny Mardones came out with that song "Into the Night." That first verse was she was just 16 years old. But you know,
but if you look at the movie like
it wasn't as taboo back then. You know, it was more taboo back then.
Well,
now it's not.
The Color Purple. If you guys ever seen that movie, that shit was real.
Hell yeah, Whoopi Goldberg, man. Great movie.
Right. Like in that movie, she was 14 years old when she got with Mr.
Right.
And he already had a wife and and kids.
Right. They was trying to beat the clock, you know. That's why they married early, because they didn't think they was gonna live into their 40s or 50s, so they got married real early. They start marrying you young, so you can beat the time.
But
it's not as taboo.
If I'm being honest, I only see 3 losses that can be legitimate losses left on the schedule, and I'm including Buffalo. I'm including that, right? Because I don't think we're going to lose to Buffalo at home, but I'm just saying, if I'm looking at the schedule, I just see the Chiefs, the Eagles, and Buffalo as the only viable teams that I think can beat us.
And
that puts us at 13-4.
You know what?
13-4.
That man,
right.
because
that puts you at 13-4,
because and look, that's not out of the realm of possibility. The projections have us like 12.4 and 4.6 or something like that. So you're talking about that could easily flip to a number that you could round to 13-4 instead of rounding to 12-5. You see what I'm saying? Whereas Buffalo is at the lower, and the Eagles are at the lower end of that, where they're like, 11.8 and 4.5 or something, so you can round it to 12-5.
And that's including
Nick,
another game. That's including another game at home against a division rivalry. You know what I'm saying? So that can even be 14-3.
I don't
now remember that the more we win, the more we continue to win, the more solidified these projections become as time goes by, obviously. Right? It's just like the wave function collapsing. Right now, it's just a wave function, and it's like slowly collapsing game over game. And the projections right now are for it to be 12-5 and whatnot. But what I'm saying is, even a loss is not going to change that much, because if we're projected for 12-5 and we're 4-1 right now, that means we could lose 3 times before those projections change.
I don't even see Kansas City as a threat, man. What's Kansas City? What are they averaging, man? Like the last 2 or 3 weeks, something like 23 points a game, man.
But they determine on how they play.
Their offense is only averaging 23 points a game. I don't know for sure, but it seems
that's all they need to average. They're averaging what they need to average because
what I'm saying, Crypto, man. What I'm saying is, man, ain't no way, man. We're going to score less than 23 points when we play them, yo.
The Baltimore Ravens was averaging 13 points a game. Hold on, put it like this:
we better be
the
going
Baltimore
crazy
Ravens
in Germany.
in that Super Bowl win that the Ravens had in early 2000s, they was averaging for a 5-game stretch 13 points a game.
But the
at
game
a 5-game
has changed
stretch.
so much,
So you
Crypto.
can't
The game has
look at
changed,
that.
brother. The game has changed so much.
Yeah, but if your defense is playing lights out, you can afford to score 13 points a game.
But I can
Well,
give you
we
one
can only put 24 up on the Patriots, and the Chiefs have a better defense than the Patriots, so I wouldn't count on being able to score.
Who's going to cover Travis Kelce? We might as well put X on Travis Kelce. We might as well.
Jelly, the one reason you don't
get roasted.
Crypto, the one reason you don't count out Fred, the one reason you don't count out Kansas City is because every year that Mahomes has been a starter, they've been in the AFC Championship game. Every year he's been a starter.
I get that. I get that, and I respect that, man. But you know what? Like I said, I get that. I respect that, man. But I say we just play Kansas City like any other team we've been beaten up on, man, and we'd be okay, man.
Oh, that's a Tyreek Bowl.
That's
a Tyreek Bowl. Kansas City have no bone to pick with us. We have no bone to pick with Kansas City, except Tyreek got a bone to pick with Kansas City.
You can't play Kansas City like you played Buffalo. You're going to be on the wrong end of that scoreboard.
That's a Tyreek Bowl. That's a Tyreek Bowl right there, man. That's a Tyreek Bowl.
Tyreek may have something to play for.
Well, Crypto, in that Buffalo game, Crypto,
Tyreek is going to be like he's on meth in that game, man.
He's going to be going crazy. We were very limited. We were very limited in the offensive line, including up the middle, man.
Hey, is anybody else?
That didn't stop us from scoring 20 points.
Is anybody else?
That didn't stop Buffalo from scoring 48.
Is anybody else kind of? Hey, is anybody else kind of hoping that is anybody else kind of hoping the Chiefs get Jerry Jeudy? So there's another target to throw to besides Taylor Swift.
I don't think Denver will trade within the division.
I think McCall.
They clicked to freaking Taylor Swift every single time that man touched the ball last night, bro.
It's so annoying. I know.
So
I don't even bring it up.
I can't stand it, man. Can we get them another wide receiver, please?
Will she follow him to Germany?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think she'll be on tour. I don't think she'll be in Germany. I think she'll be on tour.
If you look at it, they really hardly beat Denver.
She probably won't travel.
I say we crack Kansas City.
I'd rather watch Patrick Mahomes' mom's freaking reaction every time he threw the ball.
Game. You can't put too much stock into that.
I can't stand him, man. I can't stand it, man.
Well, the mainstream media just loves it.
I still think Kansas
They play
City
them tough every
got
year.
some calls.
They just gonna beat them.
I still
Who would
think
you
Kansas
rather
City
see,
got some
Hillary
calls
Clinton or Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Like,
Yeah.
bro, I would be seriously embarrassed if that was my girl. I'd be like, yo, you need to tell them
Hillary
people
Clinton
to
is not
stop
with
that
the Chiefs.
shit.
What are you
Man,
talking
that's
about?
crazy,
Jay?
man. I don't think that's
That's
crazy. I
embarrassing,
don't think no
man.
brother feel like that. That's crazy to me. I don't understand it. Like, what's the
Yeah,
big deal?
Swift.
I don't get it.
I mean, she's not really a distraction. It's just that
It's
they
gross, bro.
over-climatize
It's
it.
literally the definition of the word gross, man.
So
Like gross,
you don't think?
I mean,
like
she's
what I
very
mean.
famous.
What I mean, Big Nick, is like gross, like over the top gross. You know what I
But
mean?
nobody said that shit about Sierra. Nobody said that shit about Sierra. And trust me, in my culture, in my community, Sierra is just as big as Taylor Swift. Nobody said that shit about Sierra. And
that's my point.
stay on
That's my point.
magazine
There are
covers.
1,000 other chicks out there that I'd much rather them cut to every time Kelsey caught the ball than Taylor Swift, man.
Hey, man. Hey, look, man.
It'll
I
fade. It
I
comes
get
in.
with Taylor Swift yesterday.
Hold on, Nick.
It'll go in
Hold on,
phases. She'll fade.
Me myself, I think the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs been getting some calls and haven't been getting shit called on them because she's her sitting up there, man. If you ask me, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
It's
what
just
happened with winning
gross,
teams.
man. It's like,
Winning teams
he
always
caught
get the
the
call.
football. Oh my god, dude, it's so gross,
Winning
man.
teams get the call. If you don't think New England used to get all the calls, yeah, they
Right,
get the
exactly.
call.
New England, right.
If you don't
Eventually,
think the
5
Chicago
championships
Bulls,
in a row.
Put it this way. Put it this way. If they think
trust
that
me,
they're
Big Nick. I know being a
if they
Jazz
think
fan, I
that
know
they're
the Bulls
gaining,
got
look,
calls.
if Amazon or
Jordan's
ABC or
last move
whoever,
with them.
if any of these
if you don't think
networks
Chicago Bulls got all the calls,
no,
then
bro.
you
If any of these networks think they're gaining,
Exactly.
if any of these networks think they're gaining, they're wrong. Because as soon as I knew that game was in hand last night, I turned that shit off, man. And I mean, but
Yeah, me too.
It was
Me too.
Why didn't she sing during halftime?
because of
Why
her,
didn't they sing?
because of them cutting to her so constantly, I turned that shit off, bro.
Man, I didn't know you had a change of heart when it comes to Taylor Swift. Color, you threw away your albums? You threw them on the trash.
Dude, I cannot stand sycophancy like that, bro. It's just so gross, man. It really is.
It's not really sycophants. She's the biggest star in the world. She's the biggest musician in the world.
So
man.
why do we need So why does Amazon and ABC and any of these networks need to keep showing us that? Like, what do I care?
Speaking of Amazon, they got that high tech thing. Y'all saw that yet? The high tech feed where they
Like
show you
Travis
plays,
Kelce's
advanced
not the
design
only
plays.
player in the league with a rich girlfriend.
Yeah, but look, color. For all those little 14-year-old girls that don't watch the NFL,
They're not
guess what?
watching this shit, bro. Trust me, bro.
Wait a minute, hold on. Doesn't the
It's a
Houston
business.
Texas safety go with Simone Biles? The
Bro,
gymnast?
I was a fan of Guns N' Roses when I was a kid. I wouldn't have given two shits if they would have shown Guns N' Roses in the fucking stands at a Rams game.
I don't believe
Hold on,
that.
I would like to say
You'd be
Simone
surprised,
Biles.
I don't believe that.
Simone Biles, she gets
be
a lot of
surprised.
attention from the during the Houston Texans games.
Yeah, I don't
She's
know
dating
if
one
I
of them.
believe that color. I don't know. Look. If I'm in love with Dan Marino, right? If Dan Marino, we find out he's dating or he's married to Pat Riley's daughter, and he's at every Miami Heat game, people like me gonna want to watch the games see if they show Dan. That is true.
Okay, I get that. Show him in the pre-game, show him once, whatever. But they were showing her every time the motherfucker caught the football last night, dude.
But you don't have to sell. You don't have to sell. Look, color. You don't have to sell.
Hey, Fred, I think you're gonna have to throw your album away.
Hey, even
Fred.
if you saved it, even if you did it for every touchdown, I could accept that. But every goddamn catch,
Hey, listen. I tell you what, I'd rather them show Taylor Swift than that annoying bitch, Brittany Mahomes, whatever her name is. God damn,
Brittany Mahomes, yeah.
Color, the NFL is a business, and you don't have to sell those pink Travis Kelce jerseys. You know, he became the number one jersey seller.
She's only a TikTok sensation.
Who's the number one seller? Who's the number one jersey in the NFL right now? Travis Kelce has the number one jersey in the NFL.
Yeah, it probably is now.
So the NFL is sticking up a middle finger at you.
It's Tua. I bet you it's Tua.
I'm telling you, it's Travis Kelce.
You know what? I don't.
It probably
care
is Kelce now.
You know how I know it's Tua, Big Nick? You know how I know it's Tua? Because I bought a Tua T-shirt a couple weeks ago. That's how I know it's Tua.
The man got 1 million Instagram followers. The man got 1 million Instagram followers since it was announced. What are you talking about?
Here we go. Look. All right, I'm gonna give you the top. I'm gonna give you the top 5. Patrick Mahomes is number 1. Aaron Rodgers is number 2 of the Jets. Joe Burrow is number 3. Michael Parsons number 4, and Travis Kelce is number 5. Best-selling jerseys.
So he's top 5. Damn.
Yeah.
And I would submit to you, Big Nick, if they just
Michael
saved
Parsons is up there now.
If they just saved the cuts. Hold on.
Come on, man.
Big Nick. I'm just saying to you, if they were to save the cuts,
Michael Parsons gotten that high so soon.
Hold on. If they were to save the Taylor Swift cuts for just his touchdowns, it would have increased those jersey sales the same rate, bro. They ain't got to show her every single time he catches the football, bro.
Hey, they ain't trying to get your old ass. You hooked already. Your old ass hooked. But that little 14-year-old girl, yeah, they want her.
Well, they got her is all I'm saying. They got her. They got her just for the relationship. They got her just for the relationship. They ain't got to show her every single catch he makes, bro.
I agree, Color. I agree with you 100%.
I don't know.
They already got the sale. You know what I mean?
How often they show her?
The Swifties show up day one is what I'm saying. They didn't need to do all that.
Hey, G, I ask myself that same question every day.
What's the question, Shake? What's that? I can't.
I mean, G, we are playing Carolina, G. What do you want from us? We are playing Carolina. Come on, man.
That's like the moment Tua became a Miami Dolphin. They didn't need to play one single game to get every Tuaneer to show up day one and buy a jersey, bro. They got the sales already, is what I'm saying.
I don't know one Taylor Swift goddamn song. I wouldn't know her voice when I heard it. So that's where I am with Taylor Swift.
I'm with you, Fred. I've never heard one song.
Fred, you can't say that, Fred.
Hey, look,
you've been bragging about Taylor Swift every day on this stream.
Hey, listen. Being that we're talking about 5. Hold on. By the way, being that we're talking about top 5 selling jerseys, if you want to get that Travis Kelce jersey, get it here at Fanatics. And if you want to get his painting with Taylor Swift, go to Backroom Collections. They'll hook you up. And they'll put you the special edition Taylor Swift mini helmet. Get a visor for that as well at Backroom Collection. Get 10% off your first purchase when you put TFTG. So
that's right.
Remember Backroom Collections.
Go get a Swifty customized helmet.
Yeah, and a painting.
That don't sound right, but whatever.
What color is the visor?
Jeez. I think
Swifty helmet.
I think Kelsey's already got a Swifty customized helmet.
My only problem with the relationship is I seen who Travis Kelce walked away from. So that's the only problem I got. You know,
well, Big Nick, my whole thing is you remember it didn't work out well. Here's my concern, Big Nick, is it didn't work out well for Simpson and Romo. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying, bro. It just ain't gonna end well, bro. Like, we've done this before, man. You know. It didn't end well. It didn't end well for Simpson or Romo.
It didn't end well for no Dallas Cowboy quarterback because they get all the celebrity bitches. So
I know, right?
All you gotta do is be a Cowboy quarterback.
But remember, they did the whole thing with Jessica Simpson, like showing her in the stands every single time he threw the ball. You know, it's like, oh God, this is gross, man. And here we are doing it again. And I'm just saying, it didn't work out well for the first time, for Romo and Simpson. Just saying.
Now, even though I hate these motherfuckers. Even though I hate them, Dallas Cowboys, being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys got to be the best job in sports, though. I hate the Cowboys.
I know, and it's amazing. It's amazing that you have names like Steve Walsh. Like, that was a Dallas Cowboy quarterback. You believe that shit?
That's got to be the best job in sports. That's got to be the best. You always on TV.
That was before the Aikman era.
Who called him? Who called him?
Yeah.
Who called him? Who called them celebrity bitches, man? Who called them celebrity bitches, Nick? Hey, Nick, that wasn't cool, man. Call them celebrity bitches, man. Come on.
Okay. My bad, Fred. You're absolutely right. I should call them hoes bitches.
Hey, nigga.
You know, as far as the games goes, we may only lose 3 games. That you got to consider who's out and who may be coming back during the season. You know,
that's a good point. We're only going to get more solid in a couple areas, like secondary
and
running back.
So
running back.
So A10 and Ramsey will be back at
and
the same time.
And look, guys, I know that everybody's like nobody wants to get real hyped, but as a guy who really watches the receiver position quite a bit, I am willing to put aside. I'm willing to believe that situations matter in the NFL. They're all human. We've always brought the human aspect of things around here at the tailgate. And I'm really, really excited to see what we can do with Chase Claypool. I really am, man. That dude is a huge, huge receiver, man. And he can make things very, very easy for us. It's not that they need to be much easier, but
$1 short with him. We should have drafted him.
You're probably right, but I'm just saying. I think he's on fire to be in Miami. I think he wants to be here. I think he knows what we can do. I think he knows what his abilities can help us solidify on our offense. And I'm just really excited to see him going forward.
I can't get my hopes up. For him because it's just to me for a 24-year-old kid to be on this third team. I
know, but Big Nick, I'm not going to invoke the fact that I played wide receiver because I only played at a high school level. I ain't no authority per se.
I think that makes you one.
Well, I am when it comes to
officially make you an authority on it.
When it comes to the fundamentals, i.e., watching the football all the way into possession is 100% the key to catching. I'll stand by my authority, but at the same time, I played on a team in high school. The reason I'm bringing it up is because my team in high school was not a passing football team. Right? It was run first. It was run first, play good defense, and we hardly ever got the ball thrown to us, bro.
Man, you was offensive lineman. You was offensive lineman playing on the perimeter. Here's
the thing, though. I can understand how it is to be on a team like the Steelers or the Bears if you expected to be a big name wide receiver and get the ball thrown to you a lot. I get it.
He was.
Look at Allen Robinson, bro. Look at Allen Robinson, man.
He was the man at Pittsburgh. He was the man at Pittsburgh.
I know, but when they got, you know what I mean? I don't know, bro. Pittsburgh is still fundamentally oriented towards balanced football, blocking wide receivers.
He became a diva.
Hey, Color. Did you win any state championships, bro?
No. No, my school wasn't one of those. We were good. We were good for Palm Beach County, but Palm Beach County can't compete with the schools down south. Nobody in Palm. There's only one team, I think, in my opinion, that can really compete with the Miami-Dade and Broward schools, and that's Glade Central.
Okay, man. Right.
And they're way out at the western edge of Palm Beach County, and a lot of people don't even know that they're part of Palm Beach County, but they are.
Caveat to that.
It could have been worse, Color. You could have got recruited by that school that's in Gainesville, that state school. I won't mention any names. That state school, it could have been a lot worse if that state school.
Or that D2 school in Coral Gables, yeah.
We got 5.
Well, y'all's worst team down there can whoop any of our asses up here.
But wait. With that Glade Central, you got to remember Glade Central either 2A, 3A, 4A. So that's even skewed. because they can't jump up to the big boys. They'll never jump up to 5A or 6A. Never.
No, they never. You're right. They never did. But like, as far as representing Palm Beach County at the state level, they're the only ones that ever really truly have on a consistent basis.
Yeah, Twin Lakes. Yeah, Twin Lakes, Palm Beach Lakes.
Yeah, Palm Beach Lakes. Yeah, Palm Beach Lakes. Yeah, you also have I think Gardens every once in a while. Spanish River does all right.
Yeah, you got some private schools that make noise. Yeah.
But on a consistent level, like you pick a school in Miami-Dade, and they're probably going to be better than any of the ones up here. You know what I mean? If you just randomly pick one.
That's where you got to get it twisted at. In South Florida, there's only one county that run high school football, and it ain't Dade.
Was it Broward?
Absolutely.
Broward?
What? Say what?
There's only one school in South Florida.
You're going to get Nene coming up here. You're going to get Nene coming up here saying that kind of stuff.
You ever heard of St. Thomas Aquinas? You ever heard of Blanche Ely High School? You ever heard of Chaminade Madonna? I can name them. Douglas, I can name them.
Hey, wait, Chaminade Madonna? Ain't that a movie director? Ain't that a movie director, Chaminade Madonna?
You talking about those private schools?
Whatever. They 5A, Shake.
Hey.
Private school.
What about Central? What about Northwestern? What about Carroll City?
In other words, he's saying they bought
Carroll
their
City. Okay, Carroll City. I give you Carroll City, but Northwestern is a basketball team school. Don't do that.
Central.
Y'all can play football all year round down there.
3A. Central is 3A. They're a small school. Broward County, look, it's more NFL players in the NFL from Broward than it is from Dade.
I know when I went to school, our football team wasn't all that great.
Where you went to school?
Our band was better than the high school team. But I went to Southwest Miami High.
But the one thing all of Florida can hang their hat on, the one thing we can all hang our hat on, is that we dominate the NFL in football, and we dominate Major League Baseball.
No doubt about that. John
Hold up, Nick, man. Hold up, Nick.
John Jay, two-time World Series champion.
Some pretty good South Jersey players in the NFL too, bro. Don't forget that now.
Okay, right. But you guys got 12. We got 1,200. So there's a difference.
Big Nick, you remember the kicker? Hey, Big Nick, remember that really good? Hey, remember that really good kicker from the Chargers, John Carney?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played at Capitan's High School.
You remember that Hall of Famer named Michael Irvin?
Yeah. Nick, y'all can play football all year round there.
Yeah, then
y'all can play football all year round there too, man.
No, Irvin's from Broward. Irvin started out at Dilla High School and he went over to St. Thomas.
Well, we got claimed to Fred Taylor up here, man.
Yeah.
Fred Taylor.
Well, Glade Simpson anyway.
You hear me, Nick?
What?
Y'all can play football all year round down there, man.
It's not only that, man. I mean, we just that's our sport.
Yeah,
football is our sport.
I know what you call it.
We also got claimed to Jacoby Brissett, and I don't care what y'all say, we got claimed to Lamar Jackson
and Mike White.
That's right.
Man, we got Ray Lewis.
And Mike White.
What county was Lamar in?
Lamar played at Boynton Beach High School.
He's in Dade.
No, Lamar didn't play. No, Lamar's from Broward. Lamar played at Deerfield.
Check the profile, man. Boynton Beach High.
Nah, he's from Deerfield, man. He was in Deerfield Beach High. He's from
Batman
Broward.
was like, bring him home to Dade.
Yeah,
he's from Broward.
Now Jacoby Brissett probably played there, but not Lamar.
No, Brissett played for Gardens, Palm Beach Gardens. Here you go, right here. Here's the profile right here. High school, Boynton Beach, Florida.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Lamar went to Deerfield Beach High.
That's Pro Football Reference, bro.
I think they
Yeah, but is Deerfield Beach High inside of Palm Beach County? Because that's close to Boynton out west there, bro.
No, you got. Okay, this is how it goes. You go Fort Lauderdale, Pompano.
I know, but out west is where I'm talking about, where they're building new stuff.
No,
Boca might not go that far west.
He went to Deerfield, man. He went to
all
Deerfield.
right.
He went to Deerfield.
Okay, so we check Pro Football Reference. Let's check Wikipedia. Let's see what Wikipedia says.
I don't know. When I went to high
Yeah,
school,
he
I
went
don't
to
know.
Deerfield, man. And we got a guy that should be in the Hall of Fame, but I don't know why he's not in the Hall of Fame. Asante Samuel.
Hey, yo! Wikipedia says high school, Boynton Beach Community, Boynton Beach, Florida.
Yeah, they tripping.
Yeah,
they tripping.
Yeah, when I did Google Boynton Beach High School, 2012, 2015.
Yeah, that's wrong. He's from Deerfield Beach High, man. He went to Deerfield Beach. I know that personally. I'm not even going to debate whatever they got on that. I know the
You're missing a guy, Jerry Judy. He's from South Florida. Jerry
Well, I'll tell you
Judy.
what, Big Nick, Wikipedia can be updated by the public. So put in your update and see if the moderators change it.
No, I'm not gonna change it because I know where Lamar went to. He went to Deerfield, and I know where Calvin Ridley went to. I know what school Calvin Ridley went to. You know, he went to Ely High. So
Big Nick is refusing to be Mandela. He's like, nope, I know where he went. I don't care what you think.
Yeah, I'm not arguing about that. I'm not arguing about that.
Well, damn, I guess they must have altered his uniform because he's in a Boynton Beach high school uniform.
I don't know what they did, but I'm telling you where the man went to school.
Wow.
Okay, whatever you say. They altered his
Big
uniform.
Nick's gonna start down the lived experience road. He's like, no, motherfuckers, that's my
But I know
world.
where
He went to Deerfield.
I know his family. I can call his aunt on the phone right now. I'm telling you, I know him.
Okay.
He went to Deerfield.
Damn, that's some serious altering then.
Yeah, man, it is, man. It is serious altering right there. Man.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar, look, Boynton Beach. I don't even know I know it's probably high school in Boynton Beach. I don't know if they got the only person I know that went to Boynton Beach High was Otis Thorpe. The ex-Houston Rocket that won the championship with the Rockets, and he got traded for Ty Drexler. That's the only one I know went to Boynton Beach.
Yep.
Now, when he comes to talk about South Florida, now you're talking about my pride. So I know this shit.
I mean, I had breakfast in Boynton Beach last week, bro.
And what's crazy about it is Boynton Beach is not even, that shit is like, you got Boca, that's the first when you leave in Broward County, you go to Boca Raton. From Boca Raton, you go to Delray. From Delray, you go to Boynton. Ain't nowhere in the fuck I can be two cities off.
Right, but out west, Big Nick, out west, but Big Nick, out west where they're building new stuff, out west, Boca doesn't go that far. So, and there's another one, Boynton doesn't go that far. So Lantana borders. Hold on, Lantana. Lake Worth borders Boynton Beach out west, even though it borders Lantana everywhere else.
But out west here, if you're in Deerfield, and you go west, you're gonna come into Coral Springs. You know. So
what about up north, like out west? So Deerfield might not border Boynton out that far west.
You got a city before. You got Boca. You got
you got two. You're right. It is two of them, Delray and Boca. Yeah. I know Delray don't go that far west, but Boca does.
What's up, man of the hour?
What's going on, y'all?
What's going on?
That's crazy. They got Lamar at. Y'all see y'all looking at Lamar Jackson and not Lamar Miller?
They altered the youth.
I love it. He's like, Mandela is not gonna get me, damn it.
That's crazy.
Yo, I'm gonna go to the high school Monday and request their records.
Yeah, go do that, Color. Go do that, man. Do that, Color.
I wish I had my other phone. I call it.
I know, Fred. They might think that's kind of weird.
What's Boynton Beach? The Tigers, right? On purple.
I just know them from Otis Thorpe. They don't make any noise in high school sports. None.
What's their colors, man? What's the colors of them, man?
I don't know. I don't know anything about them. It made no noise.
What school? What's Deerfield's mascot?
The Bucks.
Well,
Bucks.
okay.
They're the Bucks.
Deerfield Bucks.
Hey, Fred, you didn't get recruited by Rutgers?
No, Crypto, man. No, man. No,
Hey, don't shit on Rutgers, man. Rutgers got Geno.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could have been down there with Rutgers.
Which one?
Rutgers played the very first football game ever played, man. Rutgers
There's
played.
two of them. There's two of them,
Yeah.
Crypto. You got Rutgers from up North Jersey, and you have a Rutgers in South Jersey, man.
Why do you sound like you from?
Got two
Why do you sound like you from where Allen Iverson from? What is it called? Newport. That's where you sound like you from, Fred. I never would have thought New Jersey. You sound like you from Virginia, Newport News.
Man. I'm from New Jersey, born and raised.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
South
you sound like you from where Michael Vick and them boys from.
That's what I say, man. That's why I say sometimes I say like them dudes, these dudes from upstate New York, they sound real funny, man, to me, man. You know what I mean? And they just sound funny, man. You know.
But I guess I've never would have said you were from New Jersey because I never heard you say, you know what I'm saying, son? Or whose man's is that? You know, you don't talk like that. So
No, he always say nah, I mean. He do like nah, I mean. You know what I mean?
You right, Shake. You right.
And people
I think I've always thought he sounded like Red Fox, but that's just me. Where's Red Fox from?
Oh.
Yo, whose man is this?
He's from St. Louis.
He's from St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, he tells
Yeah. No, I just had an epiphany.
Even on Sanford's son, he bring up from St. Louis. Even on Sanford's son.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep.
And you know what's funny is remember the movie
Fred
Malcolm
G.
X?
Sanford to you. It's
You
Fred G. Sanford.
You remember the movie Malcolm X?
Yeah.
Spike Lee was that character to Spike Lee that was Malcolm, that was Red Fox.
So the show Sanford and Son was supposed to be set in Missouri?
No, it was L.A.
LA.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
No, I know where it was
in
filmed.
LA.
I'm talking about where it was like setting.
Supposed to be setting. I think the setting was still out there.
Everything was supposed to be based on.
Look at this.
St. Louis, bro.
I guess they must have altered this too, right?
Oh, that's Lamar.
Lamar Jackson, quarterback.
Tigers.
Damn. That's some deep fake shit.
Damn.
That's some deep fake shit right there, shit.
You know what?
That's some deep fake shit right there, man.
Man, the Tigers, huh?
I'm gonna do something too. I'm gonna look up something too. Hold on.
He's like, let me get my Photoshop going.
So Big Nick bullshitting then. Nick bullshit. Okay. All right.
That's some Tigers, man. That could be the LSU Tigers, man. He was in the training. He was in the summer camp for the LSU Tigers, man.
That's true. That
he even got the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he played high school in St. Louis. It's plain as day. You see his Cardinals uniform.
Hey, Shake. Maybe they took that picture in the shade or something.
I'd have a better case to be made that he played for the St. Louis Cardinals than Big Nick has for Deerfield.
Nick is full of shit. Nick full of shit.
That's some nasty work.
Big Nick ready to call up. Big Nick ready to call up his mom and ask him where he went to school at and everything, man.
Oh man.
By the way, guys, Kahari shared an article with us yesterday or the other day about somebody shot a high school coach or something, or not a high school, a little league coach in St. Louis the other day.
Actually, Sanford is Sanford and Son.
No, it was in
Sanford and
this
Son is my
area.
favorite TV show. It wasn't based out of
Sanford.
Compton, California. It was based out of Watts. It was in Compton. It was in Compton. It was Watts. They were based out of Watts. Watts.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you can stick your face in some dough and make gorilla cookies.
Okay, let me tell you what a man do. Let me show you what a real man do. Because I knew I wasn't that far goddamn off, right? Let me show you what a real man do. There's like I said, in South Florida, football is everything, right? So he was a star at the Little League level. At the next level before high school, and that what I was talking. So I got it confused. My bad. I can admit when I'm wrong, but I knew he played.
No, he did grow up a lot in Broward because I think his grandmother lives in Boynton or something.
Here's the story. Devin Singletary and Lamar Jackson are set to relive their childhood rivalry. Devin Singletary as a member of the Deerfield Beach Packer Rattlers, and Lamar Jackson as a member of the Pompano Cowboys. But I know Lamar's from Deerfield, so you guys, I guess you're right. But I thought he went to Deerfield.
I think he stayed with his grandmother.
We know him from.
Bro,
I think he was staying with his grandmother in his high school years. That's why he went to Boynton.
Yeah,
we know him from Pop Warner, so
you could be from one area and go to school somewhere else. What the hell?
Big Nick.
Yeah, but I can admit when I'm wrong. I'm wrong about something. I admit. You know why I can admit when I'm wrong about something? Because none of you motherfuckers watch my videos.
Because your ass been caught. Because your ass been caught. That's why.
You didn't want to be.
Because your ass been caught. That's why.
No, I didn't want to be wrong. I didn't. I can admit that shit. I didn't want to be wrong.
But look, everybody was proving to you and showed pictures and stuff, and you still were talking about that's Photoshopped or whatever. Like, come on.
So when I came back just now, and said I was wrong, that don't mean shit.
No, it does. But I'm just saying.
So then why bring up all this?
What I'm saying.
But why bring it up? So I take my apology back. Then I wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong. He did say shit, man. Because it's conversation.
It don't matter if you're wrong.
You know what?
You just read it.
God damn! I came right back and said I was wrong. So I guess that don't mean shit.
And what I'm saying is that was cool. All I'm saying is when people were showing you the proof, you had something to say about it. Talking about it was
because why would I take the proof?
Like
because in my mind I feel I was right.
High school picture, bro.
Okay, but then I came back and when he showed me that. Hold on, when he showed me that picture, that's when I went and looked. Up until he showed me that picture, I didn't believe him because I didn't see it.
But before they showed you the picture, they were actually telling you what they were reading.
Okay, but I didn't see it. So look, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me. Look.
So what I'm saying is,
I didn't.
That's okay. We're good.
I'm the type of person. I'm from the show me state. I'm from where color have all this wet dreams.
We're good.
You're really from St. Louis? You're really from Missouri, bro?
I'm from the place where you have all of your wet dreams about. I'm from the show me state. You have to show me.
You kidding me, bro? Yo, man, I'm not gonna lie. I do have wet dreams about going to Micro Center in Brentwood all the time, bro.
I know, that's why I said. Yeah, I know you do. That's all you talk about is St. Louis. That's all you talk about is St. Louis. You haven't brought up another state in America, another city in America except St. Louis.
Well, I spent 11 years there, man.
Yeah, 11 years is a good amount of time.
What other city have you ever brought
and the job, and Big Nick, the job I was doing, I was a service technician, so it brought me all around the place. Like, I have an intricate knowledge of that part of Missouri now.
Shake Money, what other city have you ever heard
a service attendant?
Hey, he's like the Ray Charles, but with St. Louis. He got St. Louis on his mind.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But no, Carl, I'm not really from St. Louis, man. But that's just a saying. That's just a saying. I'm from the show me state. You got to show me.
Right. I'm telling y'all, though, they're kindred spirit in St. Louis, man. I mean, people ain't much different than they are here.
Look,
what about the Palmetto State?
I've never been to Missouri. I've never been to any one of the St. Louis's, right? Isn't there two St. Louis or only one? Well, you got East St. Louis and you got St. Louis. But I know the one that Color's talking about is not East St. Louis, it's St. Louis. And that shit is the woods. I know it's the woods. I know it is. I know it's the woods.
Well, everything outside of St. Louis proper, yeah, you got like I have to worry if I'm wearing my hat backwards. You know what I mean? But other than that, St. Louis itself is pretty normal.
Anything north of Orlando in America is the woods.
Everything north of Orlando.
Probably in the state of Florida, big Nick.
Country ass.
You probably got to go to South Carolina and North Carolina.
Only people like Fred that think Floridian is a country. Let me tell you something. South Floridians don't consider ourselves country. We're tropic.
See, that's how them Jerseyans are, bro. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, Fred. Y'all people from New Jersey are a different breed, bro. I'm just gonna say, man. Everybody I've ever met down here from New Jersey is a different kind of person. I'm just saying, man.
Hey, Nick, I'm start calling you.
New Jersey is nothing. Let me tell you what New Jersey is. New Jersey is nothing but a wannabe New York that smell bad.
Oh, you know what, man? I heard that before, man. I heard that before, man. You know, they want to be from New York or whatever, man. But I don't know about all that. Well, I'm gonna start calling you Big Country, Nick. All right.
It's all good.
Damn.
Cool.
You know there was a basketball player that had that name, right? You know the Big Country.
A couple people with that.
Ryan Reeves. Yeah.
Hey, but see, that's what you know, Fred. That's how I can tell you never been to South Florida because we're the first.
I never been to Florida. Period, Nick. Man. No,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you never have.
You calling me Big Country? That means you calling Shake Money Big Country.
Oh, okay. Well, y'all some country ass.
There's nothing country about South Florida.
Hey, listen.
Money is on the west coast of Florida.
Hey, listen. We ain't sophisticated as you Yankees, all right?
I want to tell you something.
All I know is people
Yankees,
from
I'm
people from New Jersey
right now.
People from New Jersey come down to South Florida and like steal everybody's friends and then leave them all high and dry.
Hey, listen. All I know is, and I'll tell you this. I'll do a game with you, Fred.
Okay.
I'll give you $1 for every person living in Florida that moved to New York, and you give me $1 for every person to move from New York to move to Florida.
He'll be broke. He'll be broke.
That's the trade route.
A lot of people.
That's the trade route, Jake. Money, they go back and forth, man.
No,
everybody know. Seem like everybody know went to Georgia, man.
They always go back and forth.
There is no spot in New Jersey or New York where the Floridians are. It just isn't.
No.
That's the trade route, man. What do you mean? They welcome to New York. They can come now.
Man,
it's a city that never sleeps, Big Nick. It's a city that never sleeps.
I don't know.
All I know, that's Florida's biggest rivalry. That's Florida's biggest rivalry, and we'll never move to that hellhole.
Hell no. I would have moved to New York for all the tea in China, man.
I've never. Hey, this is a true
Shake,
story.
why you gonna disown your? That's the motherland for you, Shake. That's the motherland for you.
Hell no.
This is a God-honest true story. So my best friend is an evangelist. At the time, he was an evangelist, right? So they go from church to church, and I used to go on the road with him, right? And so this one particular trip, we went to New Jersey. And, New York is right across the fucking whatever it is to get the. I swear to God, I didn't go when they went. I didn't want to go. Fuck, I never been, and I'm not going.
I don't blame you. I'm afraid to fly over that place.
I'm so traumatized by what they did to my city back in the 80s when they started coming down here with their high top fades and trying to walk around and fucking 90 degrees and Timberlands and shit. Walking around and 90 degrees and Timberlands and shit. And calling everybody son, and then shitting on our music, and then shitting on our music and the way we dress. But look, 30 years later, the whole fucking country dresses like Florida and listen to Florida music. So I'm vindicated.
No, man. High top fade. You ain't have your kid and play high top fade.
I don't want to come to no.
Fred had a high top fade. He knew he had a high top fade.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, I had one. Hell yeah. I don't.
He had high top fade, Jerry curls, S curls, the Kevin curl.
What was
Hey,
that rapper name? He had,
Hey,
what was that
hey,
rapper
man,
name?
hey, hold on. Hey, to be fair, Man of the Hour had S curls before. Remember back in the
No,
day?
I never
Had the
had
S
no
curl.
damn S curl,
I
man.
think
I
I had
never
a more. I
had
had the Jerry curl. I didn't have the S curl. My hair
no,
was too
I didn't have
long.
a
no,
Jerry
that's just
curl.
My
I
hair
had
was
an
too
S
long for
curl.
the S curl.
I
that's
had an S curl.
California,
They had the
bro.
I had an
Jerry
S
curl.
curl. I had
That's
an S curl.
California.
Uh,
Yeah, I
No,
I
didn't do
don't
the
know
S
about
curl. My hair was
now,
too
but
short.
when
I
I
mean, my
was
hair
in
wasn't
high
short enough.
school, you could
no,
get
that's
around
not.
Miami
Was
without
70, a
GPS.
70, a 70-degree Christmas
That's not
just
just
don't seem
California.
normal, bro.
That was the lower United States all the way through California. Like if you was in the lower part of the United States, you had a Jerry curl or S curl. That's Missouri, that's Texas, that's Louis. That's we had Jerry curl.
Yeah,
Yeah. What
yeah.
you call it?
The
Didn't
Jerry
it?
curl and S
Hold on.
curl.
Didn't
But you had the
it? Did
carefree curl too
I
in the
know?
north.
Deion Sanders had an S curl. He used to rock S
Yeah,
curl back in
he
the day.
had a
Oh
Jerry
yeah,
curl.
Dion had
He had
the.
a Jerry
Yeah, he had
curl.
Jerry. He had the
Okay.
Jerry curl.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he had
Yeah,
the
Hey,
he
who
Jerry.
had
had
a
the S
You
curl?
had
Crypto.
that
Bobby
damn
Brown. Was
pink,
it Bobby
that
Brown?
that
Wasn't it
pink
Bobby
lotion
Brown?
that you had to put in
No,
your
Bobby
hair. That
Brown had
pink
a
lotion.
fade. Bobby Brown had a fade. Michael Jackson had a Jerry curl.
No, I'm talking
Yeah,
about the S curl.
he
The
had
S curl.
Jerry.
I forgot what singer used to have made that shit famous.
Oh, you talking about yeah, but the New Edition had them too. All
Yeah.
of them
No,
did.
go ahead. You can do it. Well,
You talking about New
Curtis
Edition,
Blow
Shake
had it.
Money?
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Wait a minute, Fred. Wait a minute, Crypto. Curtis fucking Blow. What he had?
Yeah.
So don't do that.
Now
Don't
Curtis
do
had
that,
he had the
Fred.
carefree. He had the carefree curl.
He had the
Hey.
soul glow.
Right.
Nigga,
So
wow.
blue.
The S
Hey,
curl,
man,
Just let your
the S
sunshine
curl.
through.
Look,
I just,
S curl. Look,
I
S
just say,
curl. S curl
I
was
just,
more of the '90s, and Jerry curl was more throughout the '80s.
The 80s and
I,
carefree and Jerry curl, right?
Yeah, the
hey,
S curl was
crypto,
more of the '90s,
for
No.
some,
and
for
then that's when it faded
Yeah,
crypto,
out.
because they were
Everything
cutting
faded
their
away.
hair off though.
Yeah,
That's
so
why.
crypto.
because they were going from fades to S curl. They were just
Yeah,
doing the
Fred.
tip only.
For some reason, 70-degree Christmas don't seem normal, bro.
It don't seem normal, right?
It don't seem
Hey,
Yeah,
normal.
that's true.
the singer Johnny Gill. The singer Johnny Gill had a
Yeah,
Jerry curl.
Johnny Gill had him. Yeah, he did.
Hey, no,
Oh,
what
yeah,
was
they
the
was
big
spotting
bus?
that. What you call it? The
What was the muscle bound group
hell,
name
the
from
Icy
Kid and
Brothers
Play
had
movies?
it at one time.
The muscle
Full
bound group
force.
from Kid and Play movies.
Full force.
Full force,
Oh,
Nick.
They had
Full
Jerry
force, bro.
curls,
full force.
and they
Yeah.
from New York. They had Jerry
You
curls.
Yeah, that's the
wildin',
thing.
Nick.
That
Hey,
was
Nick.
because
All
they
the
had a
Hey,
head
Nick,
MCs
full
leave
were
of
us
from
hair.
New
alone,
York
man.
back then.
Look, because
Well, at
they
least
had
All
in
a
the
New
head.
York,
MCs.
LA.
Because
Hey,
they
that's
All
where
the
it
had a
started,
head
bro.
MCs.
full of hair. They had a
That's
head
where it
full of.
started.
They had a head
That's
full of
where,
hair. That's
hey,
why.
crypto,
Yeah,
that's where hip hop started, bro. That's where
right.
hip
With the
hop
Yeah,
started,
MCs,
bro.
man.
Don't forget
but
that.
guess what? Guess what? They'll never get it back. They'll never get it back. It's over. It
Well,
belongs to the South
They
now.
always have. They
I
always have it. They'll
I don't
always
know.
have it, bro.
West
They'll
Coast,
always have
probably
it.
they'll have it. I have to
It
give it to the
belongs to the
West Coast,
South.
man.
They'll always have it.
They got longevity, man. When it comes to that, man.
No, man. What crypto? Are you
Nah,
serious?
man,
You
it's them
think hip
boys.
hop is the West Coast
That's what I'm
now?
saying.
The South
No,
owns hip
it's them
hop, and they'll never get it back.
yeah, them country boys is doing it now, bro. They doing it now.
The South owns hip hop. It's over. Everybody, even
I-
if you come from New York, you're getting a Florida beat.
Are you sure about that? I don't know.
Well, that shit
No,
ain't
he
playing in
right.
the
He
No,
clubs.
they
right.
go
It's
retro.
down there, man. It's
If
down there now.
They
if
got
you
ret-
from New York,
they go
if you from
retro
New
though.
York, and
Most of them.
if you from New York and you
New
don't have
York
a Southern
niggas.
beat, you're not being played at the clubs.
Yeah,
Period.
exactly. New York niggas is making Southern music now.
Even 50 Cent said it. I'm from New York, but they say I sound Southern.
But see, they got that. A lot of that is from that reggae Jamaican influence and that mix. They get a mixture of all that. They
I don't
influenced by Jamaicans.
I don't think so. I think Florida is its own bubble
wait.
from the rest of the
Let me
United
ask.
States.
Let me ask
I
y'all a
think South
question.
Florida is its own category. We're not
Let me
like any other part of the country.
let
None.
me ask
South
y'all.
Florida is
Let
just
me ask
different.
y'all a question real quick. Y'all know the rapper Pop Smoke?
Yeah,
All right, he don't sound like a Southern rapper,
absolutely.
but he's from New York.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, they taking everything from the South now.
Look, Jay-Z didn't get
that's
huge
a
until he
compliment.
went and got a producer from the South. until he got with Timberland.
That was that Jigga My Nigga song first, right?
Same.
No, that was Big Pimpin'.
I mean, but that song had all other Southern artists on it also. So of course,
yeah, but I'm saying that's what Jay-Z. But that's what Jay-Z got beat when he got with that one producer. All his big shit was from that producer.
But what I'm saying, I'm saying as far as that song go, he had a bunch of it was just him and a bunch of other Southern artists on there. So it's definitely gonna sound like a Southern song.
Hey, by the way, Big Nick, you'll love this next image I got right here. I saw this. I thought I had to bring it up.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Is that one in the background supposed to be the Undertaker?
Yeah, the Dolphin.
Yeah, the Dolphins, the Undertaker, the pallbearer. Right, the Undertaker there. Yeah, that's a good one. Undertaker, man, he's going down. Hall of Famer, man. Hall of Fame.
That's my favorite. He's my favorite of all time. He's my favorite of all time.
Yeah, that's what confuses me. They be putting them in before they even leave. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, he's my favorite of all time.
No more. He ain't wrestling. He ain't
good. Undertaker got to be 55 years old, man.
Older than that, bro.
Yeah, he's about in his early 60s, late 50s. Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Yeah,
he's up there. Put it to you like this. I'm gonna put it to you like this. I'm gonna put it to you like this. Sting is still wrestling. He about 63.
Yeah, but he can't wrestle solo. He wrestles in a tag team.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
It don't matter. Ric Flair was like 95 years old and he wrestled.
But no, Sting is in his 60s. I think Sting is like 61, 62 for real. He is that old.
Yeah, he's in his 60s.
He's 63. I'm telling you, he's 63.
Yeah, and I remember when he first came. He did.
Well, hell, like I said, Ric Flair, he's gonna probably wrestle till he's dead.
No,
somebody's gonna body slam him to death. He's gonna take a body. It's going to take a body slam to get Ric Flair out of there, man.
I remember when
a body slam and a leg drop and a clothesline.
Yeah.
But look, the thing is, somebody said, like Ric Flair, he not wrestling all the time. Like he had that one match last year, 2 years
his
ago.
His farewell match.
Yeah, he's down to single matches. That's it.
He don't feel.
He'll be in a wheelchair. He'll be in a wheelchair as a manager, right? And like when the ref ain't looking, he's gonna run over the guy with his wheelchair or some shit.
But what I'm
saying is, the reason Ric Flair wrestled again because he wanted to go out on his own terms. He don't feel like Vince McMahon did him justice, right, with his retirement.
Right, and who just mentioned that that it wasn't a solo match when I mentioned Sting? Because Ric Flair wasn't a solo match either.
His last match, no, it was a tag team.
Well,
absolutely right. With
exactly. So that's
against Jay Lethal.
That's the same thing Sting is going through right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Color. They went from hitting people with folded chairs to hitting them with wheelchairs, man.
Right, running them over with wheelchairs, right?
Right, exactly.
Hey, but you sound like you know a little bit about wrestling. So since you brought up Sting, who did he come into wrestling with? Who was his tag team partner?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior, the Dingo Warrior.
There you go. And what was the name? What was their name? You remember their name?
Oh, no, I can't remember right now.
Okay, you know who they was pitted, who they came to fight? Who their first rivalry? They came to be in opposition of the Road Warriors, and their name was the Blade Runners.
Yeah.
I never heard Blade Runners, man.
Yeah,
I never heard Blade Runners.
You never heard of Blade
Runners? Didn't they have a stint where they was fighting against the Barnerics?
They didn't last that long because
they didn't fight the Barnerics.
I don't know. They didn't last that long as a tag team because the Ultimate Warrior was crazy. But seriously, Vince McMahon saw the Ultimate Warrior.
He was a lunatic.
But Vince McMahon saw the Ultimate Warrior and say, "Oh my God, look at the size of this guy. Let's sign him." So that's what happened with them.
Yeah, Vince.
The Warrior was something else, man.
He likes.
He couldn't wrestle though. He couldn't wrestle.
He had basically three moves. He kicked you with the boot, elevator press, and that was it. And that was over.
Yeah, he had the worst finisher. He had the worst finisher of all time, right? I thought Hulk Hogan used to have the worst finisher until I got older and thought about a 6'8" man, 300 pounds jumping on you with his fucking thigh, all his weight on you. That's a good finisher.
Yeah,
You know who had the best finishing move of all time, right? The best finishing move of all time.
It was probably Greg Valentine.
No, it was Joe Mixon.
Yeah, Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon. The best finishing move.
Okay, here's the worst finishing move and the best finishing move, in my opinion. The worst finishing move of all time was Ronnie Garvin. That fucking knockout punch. That was the worst finishing move of all time. The best finishing move of all time is the last ride. You can't find nothing that'll beat the last ride. Nothing.
Nah.
And by the way,
I think the cross-face chicken wing was one of the best.
By the way, Joe Mixon's finishing maneuver was the concrete mixer.
Was the concrete mixer, right?
right. I don't know the name of it, but the Iron Sheik's finishing move was the best to me.
Oh, the camel clutch. The camel clutch. That's the camel clutch.
Yeah, man.
That was basically a reverse.
By the way,
basically like the reverse.
I just wanted y'all to know. I just looked it up. The principal at Boynton Beach High School when Lamar Jackson went there was none other than Joe Mixon.
Exactly.
It was the principal.
It was the principal.
Oh my
God. That was the most universal thing.
Fellas. Even though
what's up, Mr. Polk? How you doing,
I'm a wrestling junkie. I'm a wrestling junkie to this day. At 53 years old, I haven't missed WWE episode in the last probably 20 years. I haven't missed one. I'm just not as into it because they took away the steroids, and I just can't get behind
the steroid.
I can't get behind these looks. I can't get behind.
So you like the Vince McMahon era?
Yeah, I love the Vince.
You like the Vince McMahon
era.
I
grew up on it. So now you go from fucking 6'8", 300-pound Hulk Hogan to 197-pound Finn Balor. I just can't get behind that.
They do got like
watching wrestling right now.
Heavyweights.
And I love it.
Mr. Polk got it on right now. You watching SummerSlam? No, not SummerSlam.
I'm watching.
What's on in October now?
Friday Night SmackDown.
Right. Yeah,
SummerSlam. I'm gonna watch it, but
that's August.
I watch it over the internet. I don't even watch it on regular television. I watch it on the internet because I can get the whole show without any commercial interruptions. Yeah. So I wait till they go off to watch it.
Well, that's what pay-per-view is supposed to be. You're supposed to be uninterrupted.
No, but it's not a pay-per-view. It comes on
HBO
Monday
showing commercials.
Damn, Crypto. You know, when last time you watched wrestling, Crypto?
It's
comes
been
on
a
Fox,
minute. That's what I'm saying.
It's on Fox.
Right.
It's not a pay-per-view.
Yeah, don't nobody watch it. I can't get into wrestling now, man. I just can't do it, man.
And SmackDown leaving Fox.
I've been watching
It's a male soap opera. It's a male soap opera.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it is a male soap.
We don't just watch it for the action.
Kind of one.
Yeah, we don't just watch it for the action. We watch it for the story. We watch it for
the storyline. Yeah, exactly.
You talking about action? WWE barely has action. They just have.
It's the story. They got great stories. They got great
stories.
Storylines.
It's always a plot somewhere. Somebody's in on something.
Don't get it twisted. When Triple H, when Triple H want to put on a real wrestling show. When Triple H want to put on a wrestling show, it ain't a company in the world that'll touch WWE. When he want to put out the wrestlers and let them wrestle, it ain't a company that'll touch them.
Did you see the numbers
Triple
this
H?
week?
They killed AEW. They murdered
AEW this week, bro.
And that was their B show.
Yep.
That was their C show. Their C show killed AEW A show.
Yeah, the C show killed AEW on the ratings.
But AEW, I'm gonna tell you why I can't get behind AEW. AEW to me is trying to be too nostalgic. They're trying to make their shit seem like championship wrestling from Florida back in the days, the old NWA. And it's just it done moved on from that, man. You gotta get more with the sports entertainment shit. You can't
here's
the thing, Big Nick. You can't duplicate WWE do their own thing. And any other wrestling company out there that comes along, they got to do their own thing because if you try to do what WWE is doing, you definitely not gonna compete with them. So you got.
But you can't do championship wrestling from Florida without Gordon Soley.
No, No, I know, but that's a different era. But I'm saying that as of today, if WWE, which is not going to be easy, you got to do something different. You can't do the same thing that they're doing. You got to
Well,
do something
well,
different.
well, you
Well,
got to remember
AEW
now.
does.
What were they called? The one that they beat out, that they bought out.
Oh, you
WCW.
talking about
Yeah,
WCW.
WCW. WCW
WCW?
did that shit. It was WCW, and it kicked Vince McMahon ass for a year
The
straight.
WCW. That's why they
Kicked his ass for a year
Texas
straight.
Tornado made
You
his
know
heyday.
why? You know why?
What
I'm gonna tell
happened?
you know why? Because they were using people as people. They wasn't using people. It was no Dustin Rhodes or Reynolds as Goldust. You know, it wasn't
Right.
like that over there in WCW.
Well, that was WWF at that point with
Scott Hall.
Goldust.
Hold on, look. Scott Hall.
Yeah.
He was Razor Ramon, and he comes over as Scott Hall.
Right.
Kevin Nash.
Well, that's
he was
because
And
Diesel,
changed back
and
to
he comes
Scott Hall,
over.
right.
So
Right,
everybody
That's because Vince owned the name. Vince owned those
no,
names.
but
exactly.
even,
That's what that
but
is.
that's fine. But
He
look,
owned Razor Ramon
who cares
or
about
the other one.
who cares about the? It
Razor
doesn't matter.
Ramon.
Listen. It doesn't matter about the
What he's
name.
trying to.
What I'm
What
trying to
he's talking
say
about,
is,
No,
he didn't come to WCW as a new character. He came as himself, just like
yes,
with
everybody
Big
came.
Boss Man came as Ray Trailer.
Everybody
Okay,
came
okay.
with their regular name. Just like you look at Edge
Their
right
regular
now in AEW, he's Adam Copeland. He ain't even Edge, but he kept that rated R superstar part.
Right. Because Vince WWE used to own the rated R superstar, but it expired and they never reclaimed it. That's why he took that. But let me tell you,
and
the
that
real reason why WCW beat out Monday Night Raw is because during that transition period, Monday Night Raw, Vince McMahon would still say your prayers, eat your vitamins, drink your milk. WCW was over there showing titties and shit. So and they forced Vince McMahon to go to that. They forced him to go to the Attitude Era. Once they went to the Attitude Era, it was over. But the real reason WCW went out of business is because everybody and their mama got $3 million contracts. They were just as terrible with the money.
But
you know, they was getting way too much.
They were terrible with the show.
Companies
I've even heard Ric Flair say that guys didn't even know where the hard camera was at. They'd be standing in the ring facing the wrong damn way and talking to the camera, talking to the audience at home, but they not facing the camera.
Because Eric Bischoff was just giving away Ted Turner money. He was just giving it away. Like Scott Hall.
But it fell off when Vince Russo took over.
Vince Russo was crazy. Vince Russo, he was his storyline was awful.
Yeah, when he took over, that's when it fell off.
Yeah,
he took
but
them down the toilet.
Yeah, because Eric. But see, the only problem was even under Eric Bischoff. The only problem was when he started branching off all those factions from NWO. That hurt the program because the whole 2 hours was NWO. It didn't get other people a chance to shine, and that shit just. But Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash, and they was the highest paid wrestlers on there, and them motherfuckers negotiated the contract so good they barely had to wrestle.
Yeah, that's just like Sting. Look at how when Sting went black. He had to do too much wrestling because most of the time he spent most of his time up there and high up there in the audience and what have you. Or
he was Stone Cold and The Rock combined. When he was up in the rafters, when he was the Crow Sting and he wasn't talking and nobody know what he was doing, he was Stone Cold and The Rock and Triple H combined. He was the biggest shit in wrestling. And where Sting messed up at. Sting messed up at is that when he had the chance to go to WWE after they bought it from Ted, after he bought it, he didn't come to WWE because of The Rock trash Booker T on his open, and that affected Sting. Like, I ain't come over there, they sitting on Booker T like that, and Booker T was cool with it. And now Booker T is paid and own his own fucking wrestling company, and Sting has to still wrestle.
Well, Sting don't do too much wrestling because he
don't do too much wrestling. Well, he too old. That's why he do the little matches he do.
Yeah,
but he missed out on a lot of money though. He missed out on a lot of money.
No, but he made enough. You got to remember.
Yeah, he did.
He had outside wrestling. He had a gym. he had
Yeah.
some gyms over there in California. So
Yeah.
he made his money now.
I
Especially
didn't
when he
know.
went
I didn't
dark.
know. I didn't know
I'm
until like
trying to
5
remember
years
what
ago.
gym was that, Mr. Polk.
Like
What's that?
wrestlers,
What's that?
wrestlers make.
Crypto?
You know, wrestlers make more
Yeah, I'm
money
trying to
than.
remember the name of the gym.
You know, the top
I forgot the
wrestlers
name
make
of it.
more money. The top wrestlers make more money than the top NHL players.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
they
do
probably
now.
they making
It's
some
the
They
other
money,
make
way
a
bro.
around. Yeah.
they
They
make a
making
They
some
making
money.
good
lot of
money
money.
now. Yeah.
And
It's like
that and
you wouldn't even think that it would made that Ted DiBiase coming in with this $1 million will be drastically different from now. You know?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
nothing. He has to be the $1 billion man. He come back.
Right. Exactly. He's gonna have to be the $1 billion man now.
And
Right.
then when they started introducing lady wrestling, that took it over some more.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Yeah.
they could have DiBiase's kid come in as the $1 billion boy.
No, his
Right.
ass finna
Well,
go.
he
His ass,
actually
no. What they,
Kid
they gonna have
billionaire, right.
him? They gonna have Ted
DiBiase did have
DiBiase
a son
Jr.
that
come
was in
in.
wrestling.
Ted DiBiase Jr. ain't coming to wrestling until after he get out of federal prison.
Yeah, his son got cased up with that like that Brett Favre situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he got
That
caught
was
up
his
in some
son?
shit. He
He ain't in prison yet. He ain't in prison yet, but he damn
Oh,
sure
but he was
like.
down there in Mississippi with that. That's
No.
where he was at?
No. He did his own thing. He did his own thing.
Yeah, it wasn't the same one. It's similar though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was
It was a financial crimes.
He was in
Financial
wrestling
crime. Oh,
very
yeah.
short.
He's going for a
Very
while then.
short.
If it's financial crime.
Well, he ain't in prison
Wow.
yet.
I didn't know
but,
that was his son. I didn't know his son was damn.
Yeah, his son wrestled for a while.
80% of the wrestlers now are somebody's son that you used to love back in the days. I won't say 80%, but a good
portion of them. Yeah, a good portion. Yeah.
Even Snoop Dogg got a cousin that's wrestling.
That's right.
Sasha Banks.
Exactly.
Sasha Banks, like like Rikishi, he got his son. Rikishi got his son. Even The Rock, The Rock's daughter is wrestling. Even The Rock's daughter is wrestling. The Rock got a daughter.
And doesn't Snooker has his kids in there, right?
Tamina, just one. Tamina.
Yeah, Snooker's kid.
Yeah, but they whole family got third generation wrestlers. Their whole if they wrestle, all their kids got wrestlers now. Like the Wild Samoans, that's Roman Reigns' dad, and then he got other cousins. He got other cousins that's wrestling for other promotions. Like that's a wrestling dynasty.
Yeah, they're really a family dynasty going way back into the Gordon Soley days, going back then.
Yeah,
all the way up to now. Most of them are related.
Chief Marville.
Just like the Harts. The Harts are that way too now. The Hart family, they like that now.
They want you to believe that, but not really. It was just Stu Hart than his kid.
Really.
The only one left is Natalia.
That's the last one that's left, Natalia.
The only family that's close to what the Rock's family is the Grahams. That's the only one.
The Graham, yeah.
I don't know about that. Michael
Superstar
Tondo
Billy.
and let me see, Michael Tondo and the Williams.
Oh yeah, with the Wyndham.
Billy.
That's a big.
Billy
claim.
Graham, Superstar Graham was the original Hulk Hogan. He was the original.
Yeah,
Hogan.
yeah. You right
But
on
he's
that.
not. But he's not related to. He's not related to the Graham. He's not related to the Grahams. The Grahams are Mike Graham.
No. He wasn't saying that they were related. What Crypto was saying is that Billy Graham is where Hulk Hogan got his thing from, and that's the truth.
Didn't he have a cartoon before Hulk Hogan? He had a cartoon before Hulk Hogan, right?
Who, Billy
Superstar
Graham?
was on the cartoon.
I don't know.
He was
I'm
in
not
one,
too
but you thinking about Sergeant Slaughter?
No, I'm thinking Superstar Billy Graham. He was. I'm gonna tell you who copied him, who mimicked him, who got their whole routine from him. Hulk Hogan got it from Superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah.
Jesse the Body Ventura got it from Superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura. Yep, they were. Yep.
And Brooklyn Brawler too.
And Brooklyn Brawler, yeah.
No, man.
No.
Not messing with you, Crypto. Don't agree to that.
No.
I know.
See, I go all the way back to Tyree Pride, the Haitian Sensation, Sweet Brown Sugar.
Yeah,
I go back all the way back to them, man. To Kendo Nagasaki, to Hacksaw Butch Reed, to
Hacksaw Butch Reed,
my favorite
Butch
childhood
Reed,
wrestler was. My favorite childhood wrestler was Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. That was my favorite. He was
I remember Coco Beware. I thought he had a kid too. Doesn't Coco Beware have one?
He might. I'm not sure. I think so.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of too. Yeah, he's up there now. He fought in that huge match against for the Intercontinental belt.
Mr. Poe, you remember Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer?
Yeah, he had a brother. Hey Nick, he had a brother that wrestled for a little. Yeah, I remember Buzz.
He used to have this move called a Brain Buster.
He was the first guy that I remember.
Suplex TDT. It was all right.
He was the first guy I remember that used to bite the turnbuckle off, like George Animal.
Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. Yeah, Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer.
George Still, boy, I tell you, boy, that unlock.
But Mad Dog was you're going back when like Kevin Sullivan's first generation, Kevin Sullivan. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kevin Sullivan.
Right. I'm going back.
I like submission moves though.
Mad Dog used to wear like an army helmet. He used to wear an army helmet to the ring.
And Kendo Nagasaki too, man. That dude's back from that era too, man.
Hey, Mr. Pope,
that's what introduced Japanese wrestling for
what's that, Nick?
thing too.
What's that?
I got a name for you. This was the only wrestler who never won, but he was over like he was a world champion, and that was his whole gimmick. Not winning. Bubba Douglas.
Oh yeah, I remember Bubba Douglas. Yeah,
his whole gimmick was never winning. Never winning.
He never won.
Tommy Dreamer was like that too. Tommy Dreamer.
So he's a great adversary. He was the guy that you fight on your way to the title.
That guy's name. He
kind of like
Bubba Douglas. Good.
Oh God, what's his name? He used to
I remember when Teddy Long. I remember when Teddy Long used to be a referee.
Me too.
And Shane Douglas was man of the hour's favorite wrestler.
And
Teddy Long was like NWA staple back
individually,
then.
They was good.
I never liked Shane Douglas. I didn't get Shane Douglas. I never understood Shane Douglas. I never liked
Shane Douglas.
Shane Douglas.
I thought that was your favorite wrestler, man. Didn't you have his action figures and everything?
That what you get for thinking.
I never liked Shane. I just didn't get his gimmick. I ain't get it. I just ain't like it.
Bro, that nigga said the other day that Triple H stole his gimmick. Like, bro, stop it, bro.
Who said that? Who said that? Shane Douglas?
Shane Douglas said that.
Yeah, kill yourself.
He made a comment saying that Triple H stole his gimmick. Man, shut up,
Triple
boy.
H on TV right
now. How's everybody doing tonight?
What's going on?
Talking wrestling.
What's happening,
man? I have a question. What are your guys' thoughts on Scott Steiner's kid? What do you guys think of him so far?
I wish he was bigger. I wish he was a little bigger. I wish he was a little bigger. Yeah,
I haven't seen him. At least
I think they rushed.
No,
him.
he's not. He's not Scott Lucy.
I think they went too fast.
That's not Scott Steiner's son. That's Scott.
Yes,
Scott
it is.
Steiner.
No, it's Rick Steiner. It's Rick Steiner.
Rick Steiner's son. It's one of the Steiner's kids. I know that for a fact.
It's Rick.
But
I think I would. No, I don't think they pushed him too fast because he's actually pretty damn good. But I just wish he was bigger. He'll be more believable if he was bigger.
He just got knocked out by
ever
the
since
Undertaker the other night.
No, the reason why I say they pushed him too fast because ever since he turned heel, they don't really know what to do with him.
Oh yeah, because he was supposed to go up to the main roster. He was supposed to go up to the main roster, but they ain't know who to, they don't know what to do with him.
They don't really know what to do with him yet.
I thought he was going after he lost the NXT title. And
I thought so too.
He didn't go. And then I'm like, so what are you going to do with him here?
Well,
like to me, I think the biggest thing in NXT right now, my favorite, who I think is awesome and so believable, is Illinois Dragunov. I love that dude.
He's pretty good too. To be honest, I like him too. My thing about Steiner, the thing is, with him, someone said that he's not big enough. His uncle Scott wasn't that big until later in his career. He bulked up like really big. So
yeah, I know, but in those days are over. But
That
what
was
I'm
the
saying is,
steroid
he
days,
got a
though.
nice
Yeah,
physique.
bulking up.
that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Don't
That's
get me
good
wrong.
point.
Yeah,
You're gonna be probably about 215 pounds on average now.
yeah. I don't
But
mean like
but
he's not big
really,
enough
really
like
the
butt
steroid
wise. I
day.
wish he was taller. I wish he was taller. I wish he was like. See, my ideal champion is 260 pounds, 6'4", like Brock Lesnar. Like that's perfect for me. That's perfect.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar was. Yeah, he was an
No,
animal.
but see, the
John Cena. John
steroid
Cena
days
is
came.
perfect.
I
The
thought
steroid
he
days
looked a
came
lot
to an
taller
end with
than what
Lex
he
Luger.
actually is.
No, he's 6'4".
That's when ended. That's one.
Yeah, but he looks like he
steroid
plays like
days.
he's 6'8", 7 feet. The
Who
way he
that?
wrestles. Brock Lesnar. He wrestled like
No,
he's a 7-footer.
No, he's a
you know
wrestler
who
now.
look like
He's
they
a
about
wrestling
6 feet
machine.
tall? I'm gonna tell you who look like they about 6 feet tall, but they really 6'4". Triple H. I didn't know Triple H was 6'4" until I like looked up. I'm like, God damn, Triple H 6'4". Yeah, he really is, but he don't look it.
6'4". Yeah, he's probably about what, 240, 250?
Now he's probably about he's probably about 225 now.
He on the
He
screen right
lighter
now.
because
They
I'm sure he not
trim
hitting the
down
weights
after
no
they
more.
leave. Yeah. Just like
Yeah.
Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful. He's shriveled up. He's like a raisin.
I used to
But you
love
should
him
see
too.
Lex
You know who
Luger.
else? Look at
Lex,
you see Lex
Yeah.
Luger?
look at Lex Luger.
He's shriveled up. Yeah. Lex Luger is
Lex Luger
he's another one that's
man.
shriveled up.
Lex Luger look like
But
he
see-
about 90 years old, man.
Yeah, he do.
But that's
Yeah.
the
He look about
steroid.
90.
That's from the
Yeah. I'm
steroid.
like, it just ate him up. I mean, I'm like,
Shawn
Lex Luger
Michaels
look
dribbled
like
up too. If
is
you
that
look
a
at him when he was
muscular
younger, he
dystrophy
was
or
bigger,
something?
way bigger.
What the
Who
hell
said
is
Shawn
Well,
that?
Michaels?
Ali, with Shawn Michaels, remember Shawn Michaels was big as fuck until he broke his back, right? And then he came back, and then he got all his religion and all
That's
that.
a
Oh,
terrible
that's
injury he
true.
suffered.
I almost forgot about his injury because he was
Yeah,
gone
that
for
was a
several years,
terrible
wasn't
injury.
Yeah, he was gone for about 8 years. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was still
Yeah, that was
there,
a bad injury. Yeah.
but he wasn't.
He
He
came
didn't
back
wrestle
and
for
made a
about 8
run at the
years.
very end.
But
Yeah.
Ric Flair,
he
Ric
left
Flair
when
had
the
the worst
when the
injury with
Stone
that
Cold
plane
era
But
crash.
he had a better
Yeah.
run after his injury than he did before his injury. He was way better after the
I
injury.
don't know.
Like,
It was close.
No.
The
You talking about
before,
Shawn Michaels?
no,
No,
before,
Shawn
yeah,
Michaels had
Shawn
his
Michaels.
best. No, Shawn Michaels had his best run before.
Yeah, before that.
he got
Yeah,
I
before
got hurt.
disagree.
that
I
injury.
disagree. I
I
slowed
disagree.
him
I think
down.
he was
No,
awesome after when he came back.
No, I disagree.
Yeah,
with
look,
that.
he had three or four matches of the year after he came back. He had 2 with the Undertaker. He
Yeah,
had one
the
he
Undertaker
retired
matches
Ric
were
Flair.
good. Those were really good. Yeah.
But he had big
No,
ones
but he
too before
no,
that.
but he
Not
had big
on
ones.
that.
He
The
had big
big
ones
one he
before
had.
that as tag
He had
team.
He had the one with Bret Hart wasn't all that. They wasn't all that, right? Because Bret Hart they wasn't all that. But the ones he had that was really
classic.
good was with Razor Ramon. That was that's an all-time awesome one. The Undertaker.
That was the tables, ladders, and chairs
the very
match, right?
first, the very first Hell in a Cell was
That
off
was
the chain.
Yeah, that was the tables, ladders, and chairs match we had with Triple H and with Shawn Michaels.
No,
you remember that match?
He had the ladder match with Razor Ramon for the IC championship.
That was Razor Ramon. Okay.
Yeah, for the IC championship. That was like a 6-star
SummerSlam.
match. That's still one of the best matches WWF ever put on.
Yeah,
Period.
that TLC match was crazy.
I will have to give it up for HBK because coming back from an injury and still be able to perform at a high level, it's not that easy. I mean, you look at guys like, I'll argue that Edge's return from his injury has been a letdown compared to HBK.
Yeah, he's washed.
Give you an
He's
example.
washed. He's washed to me. Yeah,
But look at Ric Flair.
You don't think Edge has got the edge no more?
No, he's not like no.
You don't
But
think Edge
look
got
at Ric
the
Flair.
edge?
Ric Flair did good when he after that plane. He came back strong.
That's true.
Yeah. Ric Flair had a damn good run.
Well,
I'm not
Ric
talking about his
Flair's-
first run.
he was built.
His first run in WWF was garbage, was ass. But when he came back the second time, he had a pretty good run the second time. But that was way back. That was way past where they were gonna put the title on him. He was never gonna get the title again. But he had a decent run.
Now, Big Nick, I got a question for you, Big Nick. Emulate. Who did Ric Flair emulate?
Oh, gorgeous
Buddy Rogers.
Gorgeous George. I mean,
No,
no.
Buddy Rogers.
Adrian
No.
Adonis.
Buddy
Buddy
Rogers.
Rogers.
No.
Buddy Rogers.
Adrian
Buddy
Adonis.
Rogers.
Nature Boy.
Was it Buddy Rogers or Gorilla Monsoon?
No, it was the Nature Boy Buddy
No,
Rogers.
it was Buddy.
That was his name, the Nature Boy Buddy Rogers.
Oh, Buddy Rogers.
Nature Boy
Okay.
Buddy Rogers.
Who was the? I
Yeah,
got one for you.
Buddy
Who did
Rogers.
Ric Flair beat? Who did Ric Flair beat to get his first championship?
Oh, I know that.
I know who it is. Hold on.
Now,
Abraham
that
Lincoln.
might be the man that Triple
Barry
H
Windham.
actually copied. That might be the
Barry
man
Windham.
that actually copied.
Joe Mixon.
I'm going to say Gorilla Monsoon.
I'm gonna say
No.
Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
It was Harley Race. It was Harley Race.
Harley Race. That's right. It sure was.
Handsome, you
Harley
mean
Race.
Handsome Harley
Yeah.
Race? Is that who we go by?
Yeah. It was Harley Race.
Handsome Harley
Yeah,
Race
Harley
to
Race.
call himself.
And who did Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, I
who did
couldn't
Hulk
think
Hogan
of
beat?
it.
Wasn't it in
Oh
Kansas
my
City
God,
in
I can't
81
believe
when
he
he won
gave
his
it back.
first?
Iron Sheik.
Huh?
Iron Sheik.
Wasn't it in 81 he won his first?
Who?
Ric Flair, his first
What about-
championship. It came in 81 in Kansas City, wasn't it? I
I'm
remember
not sure.
something
It
about
was.
Kansas City
Well,
in his first
I know he beat
championship.
Harley Race though.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I
Harley
do
for the
know.
NWA title, for the real title, the NWA title, the real title.
Gotcha.
And Hulk Hogan, you gonna know who his first championship was? His first world title?
It was against Nikolai Volkov.
The Iron
No,
Sheik.
that was definitely that was
Okay,
definitely
the other
Joe
one,
Mixon.
okay.
It was Iron
It was
Sheik.
Iron
Okay,
Sheik.
I thought it was
Oh,
one
my
of them because they
goodness.
was tag teamers. The Iranian and Russian connection they had.
No, that was
Iron Sheik
Nikolai
and Nikolai.
Volkov and Nikita Koloff. Nikolai Volkov and
Yeah,
Nikita
that's
Koloff
when they
were
was
wrestling.
together. But
I used
then
to
they
love-
became
but
tag
there
team
was,
with the
but
Iron
Nick,
Man.
there was a
With
brief
the-
moment where the
Iron
Iron
Sheik
Sheik was
and
teamed
Nikolai
up
was
with
together.
with one
Yeah.
of those guys, one of the Russians.
Oh, the
Yeah, they
superpowers.
called them
They
the
were
axes of they call them the axes of evil. Like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
they was
Very
called the
brief.
axes of evil.
But
A
I used
brief
to
moment
love
there.
I used to love Nikita Koloff too. That motherfucker, I thought that motherfucker was really from Russia. That bitch from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he did play the part though.
I really thought
Him and his brother Ivan
Hell,
Koloff.
Madonna
No,
had me
Ivan-
convinced that she was from
Ivan-
the United Kingdom and she was born in Michigan.
Ivan
People
Koloff
can
really
disagree with
is
me.
from Russia. He
Right,
really
but
is.
I'm saying in NWA, the brothers wrestled together as tag team, Ivan and Nikita Koloff.
I don't
One
know.
thing I respect.
I was
I
definitely
don't-
convinced.
Well,
One thing I-
in
one thing I-
WCW, hold on, in WCW,
I'm
in
talking about
championship
before it was sanctioned WCW, when it was still sanctioned NWA. They were tag team partners as brothers,
Yeah.
Ivan and Nikita Koloff.
No,
Hold on, I'm not doubting you,
Uncle
but what I'm
Nucky,
saying in
wasn't it?
championship wrestling, for Florida, the originals, and CWF with Gordon Soley, they were uncle and nephew. So I didn't know.
Right.
If they switched
Oh,
uncle and
okay,
nephew.
okay.
Uncle
Let
and
me
nephew.
let me
Yeah,
ask
they're
you guys
uncle
this
and nephew.
question real quick, and I'm going to give you my answer first because I want to get this off my chest real quick. Iron Sheik to me was one of the original true villains, and what I mean by that is where he can get a crowd to hate him so bad, even though they knew, it's really professional wrestling, it's just a storyline. They really hated him regardless
Yeah.
of being a storyline, right? And Iron Sheik to me emulated the true nature of a true villain to the point where crowds would spit at him, throw rocks at him, death threats.
A lot of it helped the fact. A lot of it helped the fact of what was going on geopolitically at the time too, Ali.
He was ballsy enough to take that storyline to the next level. Is basically
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
He was going against the Russians in the Olympics at the time. Remember that?
That was my question.
Oh, I can tell you right now. I can tell you who the greatest heel in all of wrestling was. Right, the greatest heel to ever do wrestling. But before I do that, if you poll the WWF historical fan base or the people that worked inside of that company for years, they'll say the nicest guy that ever done in that business is the Iron Sheik.
Mm-hmm.
So for him to play that role, and he's the most beloved guy ever, that was amazing. But to me, the greatest heel in the history of pro wrestling is Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
That's a good one, though. That is a good one.
I don't know. The Rock, man. When The Rock first came on, I mean, The Rock with the Nation of Domination, that was pretty
Dude, yeah, people.
Fellas,
That was
you
really
can't
close
go.
because people hated him there too. Yeah, that's true.
You can't go from the closest thing. You can't go from the closest thing to a god, eat your vitamins, say your prayers, to being Hollywood Hulk Hogan. So you got to imagine the psychological effect. It went from him being Hulk Hogan to Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
That
You
man
know what,
was
you're right on that.
That
because
man was.
I used to watch. I watched when
true.
Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan walk down that aisle and became Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and the expression on the kid's face. Oh man, it was
I mean,
realistic.
let's be real too, though.
But
People
Randy
hated,
Savage did the same
bro.
thing in the other direction. He was an evil guy and became a good guy.
People consistently hated the Four Horsemen, man. It don't matter what generation you're talking about. Everybody hated the Four Horsemen.
Color, you like the fake horseman color. You don't even like the real horseman color. You didn't include Tully Blanchard in your horseman color.
Tully Blanchard's got my favorite finishing move, bro. What are you talking about?
So who was it that you? Because remember you were saying like you didn't put this. Because I told you who
the first. Look, I'm going to tell you the first generation of the Horsemen that I remember. Okay, I'm not saying it's the earliest. I'm just saying it's the first one I remember.
Anderson's got to be one of them.
It was Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, and the Anderson brothers.
No,
which they're not even related, but they're not even related.
Yeah,
right. It was Ole Arn, Tully Blanchard, and Ric Flair. That's who I knew as the Horseman very first time.
That was the most famous one, but Arn wasn't original Horseman. They had somebody else, and I think about
right. You're right about that, but that's young. That's earlier than I was born, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so I'm with you on that one, and to me, that's the best stable. That was the best one with JJ Dillon.
Yeah, and then I think at one point they traded out Ole for Lex Luger.
Yeah, and then they traded out somebody for fucking Steve Mongo McMichael and fucking Barry.
And then I lost track of the Horsemen over the years after that.
But see, Mongo McMichael played for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah. I mean,
he actually was a defensive lineman for the Bears.
Another football player that was in there, Kerry Green, was in wrestling for a little bit. Y'all remember?
Right, exactly.
Sure
was. Mongo. He used to be on the freaking sports machine before the sports machine came on.
Shake money, check your phone.
11 o'clock at night.
And Tully Blanchard, for like most of my childhood, was the television champion for NWA/WCW.
Who was his biggest rival, color?
Oh, I can't remember, man, because they had so many nobodies. They had so many nobodies back then, bro. Like for them to fight during the week, you know what I mean?
Dusty
Like
Rhodes was not a nobody, buddy.
No. I'm saying on the regular shows they would only fight nobodies. You know what I mean? Like they had no. You know what I mean?
To it, yeah, color
but
right.
Dusty Rhodes,
leading up into the match.
See, they were so good back in the days, like for a kid, like we really believed this shit was real. Because I remember the Great American Bash, Dusty Rhodes had beat Tully Blanchard for the, what was it, the TV title, I think it was back then?
Yeah, that's what Tully Blanchard always had was the TV title. So that's probably what it was, yeah.
Dusty Rhodes beat him for it, right? But Tully Blanchard was like always beating his ass. And I remember the Great American Bash, Dusty Rhodes came out and had Tully cut into his hair on the side. Tully. Like, that was the coolest shit I ever saw in my life, and Dusty lost.
But Tully Blanchard was a heel, bro. He was a pretty good heel. Like, I hated his ass, bro. Because, like, I had to watch him. Remember, because
him being a good guy ever.
And remember, like I said, on the regular shows, like he would always they would fight nobodies until the pay-per-views, right? And they would all come close to fighting each other, but they never would on the regular shows. But so they would constantly Well, hold on. They made Tully. This is their brilliance, right? They made Tully Blanchard the heel, but also made him the TV champion, so that he's constantly winning, and that's all you see is getting aggravated all week by Tully Blanchard, ready for some. So you'll buy the pay-per-view to finally watch the good guy win. You know what I mean?
Hey, Big Nick, I got a question for you.
He used to aggravate the piss out of me, man. God. What's that?
Big Nick, I got a question for
They
you.
said, what was his finishing
Yeah.
move? It
What
wasn't in
The slingshot suplex. Yeah, he bounced the guy's leg off the top rope on the suplex. Yeah.
On the suplex.
All right, Mr.
What
Poe, what you
wrestler
think?
brought darkness into
I don't know if
who
I like
brought
that move.
darkness into wrestling?
That brought
What
what?
wrestler brought darkness? What wrestler do you think first brought darkness or evil into wrestling?
Kevin Sullivan.
To me, it's got to be Kevin Sullivan.
Oh
yeah, no doubt, Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sullivan's the first person I ever seen take a bottle over the head, man, on live television.
I remember Kevin Sullivan had a dude that was way before his time. Like if he'd have been in the days wrestling, like he'll have a championship belt on him, and that was the Purple Haze. Purple Haze was like 6'8", like ripped, like muscles out this world. The Purple Haze, but I don't never really remember him wrestling too much.
Do you guys remember Abdullah the Butcher?
Yeah, I remember Abdullah Butcher.
Didn't the Butcher have like
he was pretty evil
or something?
Yeah, he was pretty evil, bro.
Yeah, he was a pretty evil guy too. That's I keep thinking about heels, man, and that's what comes to mind.
But he can't.
I tell you who was an evil guy
Sullivan.
who just passed away recently was Kamala. Kamala was some. He was crazy.
Uganda.
Uganda giant. Kamala.
Abdullah the Butcher. The reason he's blackballed from wrestling right now to this day, the reason he's blackballed is because he had he didn't know, but he had hepatitis, and he used to the tool that he used to cut himself. He was in a match with I forget the guy's name. He was in the match, and the guy didn't want to cut him, so he had Abdullah to cut him, and Abdullah used the exact same blade to cut himself that he cut the guy with, and the guy got hepatitis and sued him. And once they found out he had hepatitis, nobody wanted to wrestle. Yeah. So that's part of the reason why they eliminated a lot of blood from wrestling. And you definitely, if you do bleed, you definitely can't use the same tool.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah, he was a hardcore wrestler, man. He used like kendo sticks and stuff.
He bled every match. Every match.
Yeah.
Kevin Sullivan used to use a spike. He used to keep a spike in his shorts. And you just pull it out and bust Dusty Rhodes wide open and other wrestlers wide open. And also Abdullah the Butcher did it spike also. He used to keep a spike on him also.
Yeah. Who used to like?
I'm not gonna lie, eating the turnbuckle was pretty evil when I was a kid, bro. I thought Animal Steel was pretty evil, bro.
But tell me you guys used to love like me. Tell me these two names you guys love. I used to love Chief Wahoo McDaniel. I thought he was so cool. And tell me if you guys are old enough that you didn't love.
Isn't he from South Florida too? Wahoo McDaniel?
No, that's Tatanka. But I don't know where. I think Wahoo from like Texas. But tell me you guys didn't love Black Jack Mulligan. Tell me you didn't love Black Jack Mulligan.
That's Barry Windham's father.
That's Barry Windham's dad. Yeah, that's Kendall. That's Bray Wyatt's grandfather.
Wow.
Barry Windham and Kendall Williams. That's their dad.
I used to love both of them too. Kendall Windham was so skinny, right? I couldn't get behind him at first.
He was so frail.
And then he got not big, but he gained weight like his brother did. You know what I'm saying? Like he put on weight. And Kendall Windham used to go. He was good. He was really good. The Windhams and the Von Erichs, man. God damn, that's so sad what happened to them.
Man, that was, you ain't kidding about that. That whole family was wiped out. The last Von Erich I seen wrestling was a girl Von Erich, and that was a few years back.
I think one of them still alive. The one that looked like David Carradine, he's still alive.
The one with the bare feet. The one that
that was Steve Simpson. That was Steve Simpson. Kerry Von Erich was the one that didn't have on shoes. That was Kerry. That was the big
no one that looked like David Carradine.
I wasn't talking about Steve Simpson.
It was David Von Erich.
One of those Von Erich came out with
Kerry was the one, the bigger one.
Kerry
was more built.
Yeah,
he was a more built one.
Yeah, with the long gold.
Right. And he also went by the Texas Tornado too.
Yeah, the oldest brother is still alive. The oldest one is still alive. The other ones died.
The older one's still alive.
The one Steve Simpson.
That's right. There was the younger ones that passed away.
I think it was Rick Barnett. Rick.
But Steve Simpson.
David's the youngest. Yeah.
Steve Simpson was portrayed as their cousin, but he was like from South Africa, and he used to have like curly long hair and used to wear no shoes.
Right.
Yeah.
See, hey, y'all don't want to do this to me, man. My granddaddy used to watch championship from wrestling every Saturday about 6 o'clock, and I was right there with him.
Yeah. Friday night's main events.
Yep, right after
Saturday night
Andy
main event,
Griffith.
too.
Right after
Yep.
Andy Griffith.
I remember
Like, you guys remember back in the day,
then
Saturday?
it went up to Georgia.
Yeah. When it went to Georgia, it went big time. But championship wrestling from Florida, that was the people's show. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there'll never be another Gordon Solie, man. Never be
you ain't
another.
kidding about that, Nick. Gordon Solie was the man. He sure was the man. He was the man.
And that's where JR started at. JR started there. You know that? JR started in Atlanta. Yeah, JR started in Atlanta, and Tony Schiavone started in WWF. Then they switched. They switched commentators. They both went. One went to WCW, and the other one went to WWF.
Now, you think it's true Dre got his own barbecue sauce?
Yeah, it do. That's true.
That's
true.
That is true then.
Yeah, and it's also true that JBL actually made money in the stock market. That's true too.
Oh yeah, I believe that. I sure believe that.
Yeah, he really was rich like that. Like he used to be on CNBC or one of those shows giving financial advice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fox, the Money Show.
See,
the Money Channel, Fox Business.
I can take y'all ass all the way back to the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like to Glow with Olympia.
What do you guys think of the show? I thought
they had the Hulk Hogan version of her, of a ladies version of Hulk Hogan.
Wendy Rector and all of them.
Wendy Rector. But there was some ladies before Wendy Rector, though. I'm trying to think of two. One of them was on.
The Fabulous Moolah. Scary Sherry.
No, not Scary Sherry. That's not the one. It was one that fit that kind of. They showed it on WWE with the world's strongest man. They had a relationship. Mae Young. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, remember she gave birth to a glove or some shit like that?
Right. That thing was crazy.
It was a hand.
That was the Attitude Era, man. That was the Attitude Era. That was the best. That was the best era in wrestling. Period. The Attitude Era. And I wish they'll go back to it. I really do, but they won't.
They won't because people too sensitive about shit, man.
Nope.
Yeah.
Everybody is
changed. People are different.
I mean, they don't, like.
My thing is this: if you don't like it, don't watch it, bro. That's all it is. But no, they gotta complain about shit, and then they start changing shit. So it's like we got this PG-13 as wrestling.
See, that's what AEW trying to do. AEW trying, if you notice on the slick tip, they trying to bring back their own version of the Attitude Era. They got a person
but they started
now.
that way. They started
that way. No, they're not like they doing now. Not like they doing now. Like they really digging into it now.
No, I mean, but look, AEW been started it. They were cussing on TV before anything. Like WWE was not even doing it, like because they sold PG and whatever. So when AEW got on, they came out throwing punches with it. They didn't care. They just started doing it until they started getting warned. Because what's her name? Paige Saraya. She used to stick the middle finger at everybody, and they told her to stop.
By the way, Saraya, since she was like, she done lost it to me in the ring. She ain't as good as she used to be.
Could it be the injury? You think it's because of that injury?
Yeah, I think so. She done lost it. I mean, her charisma and her mic skills still there. That's the reason why they put the belt on her. But in the ring, it's gone.
Yeah, man.
She just lost it, right?
Out. Oh,
yeah, she just lost the
she first came out.
Yeah,
but what was her name before she was Saraya? She used to be called something else.
Paige. She won the championship on her first night in W. She was a prodigy.
She was a
prodigy. I mean, she
won her first match.
When she first came out, she was awesome.
She beat CM Punk wife. She beat his wife on the first night.
She won the title the first night. Remember, Kevin Owens
from AJ Styles
on his first night.
Where y'all going? Say what? John Cena lost his first match.
No, I said Kevin Owens beat John Cena in his first match on Raw.
Well, his first main roster match, yeah. His first
Yeah, that's what I
main
mean.
roster.
Not in. I'm not talking about NXT. I'm talking about his first time showing up on Raw.
Yeah. But John Cena, to me, John Cena had the greatest debut.
Austin.
John Cena had the greatest debut in wrestling history, in my opinion. That was the greatest debut ever. Well, no, the second greatest debut. The best debut was not really his debut, but his first WWE debut was Chris Jericho. Nothing's gonna beat that.
Hey, yeah, you stole the words right out of my mouth. I was thinking the same thing. Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Shut up, bitch.
He came out with that jacket all lit up. That's what y'all talking about.
And that's when the Rock. That's when the Rock said, wait. Rock said, wait. Who in the blue hell are you?
He goes, you're gonna come out here and not introduce yourself? My name, it doesn't matter what your name is.
That promo right there, that promo put Jericho in the main event, guys. That one promo, because he was a cruiserweight in WCW. That right there put him with the big boys.
But my favorite one is when he told Jesse James, he goes, nobody loves you. He goes, shut up, bitch. My mama loved me.
I mean, they were so risque back then. Like, they had Triple H and them in blackface when they was imitating the Nation of Domination. Like, they can never do that shit today.
I remember that.
You don't remember? You don't remember? Y'all don't remember Vince McMahon walking around talking about "What's up, my nigga"?
Yeah, he said it. Well, not walk. He said it one time, but yeah. That was too much for me. But see, you got to remember, man, Vince McMahon and Donald Trump homeboys, like for real.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, they are.
That's how they had that WrestleMania moment.
His
they
wife
go back
was
to the New York, Connecticut
His
days.
wife was in his administration. Yeah, small business, the small business secretary.
Yeah, that's how.
Right.
That's how
Yeah,
they had
Vince
that
McMahon
WrestleMania.
was. Yeah.
I used to like when Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin go at it.
I know
Man, look
Triple
at
H.
here.
I knew Trump wasn't gonna lose that match because he had Bobby Lashley, right?
Yep.
Well, you knew Trump wasn't gonna lose because it was a hair versus hair match, and Trump is only famous because of his hair.
And you know Trump wasn't gonna lose.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, the hair match.
You weren't gonna shave Trump.
And that's what
But
Vince
be on the
do,
safe,
though.
be on the
Right.
safe
Yeah, that would
side.
have been something else to go through
Be on the
that.
safe side. We need to kind of back off of Trump. Be on the safe side. We don't want no problems here.
Yeah, we don't want no problems. My bad.
I was gonna say, Big Nick, it's amazing that, given today's paradigm, that they haven't been retro canceled for what they did back then. You know what I mean? Like with what you said about Triple H, like if that's what it's surprising they ain't said nothing in retro about it.
They definitely wouldn't start with Triple H. They'll have to go all the way back. They have to go back to Adrian Adonis. They definitely couldn't start at Triple H.
Oh, you talking about somebody weird? Good grief! But that joker, you'll win his matches. He may.
I mean, they're talking about canceling John Wayne because he played Geronimo. You know what I mean?
Hey,
good.
Hey, John Wayne ain't no hero of mine.
Well, that may be true. I'm not saying that, but I'm talking about like, hey, he's not the only one that played. They didn't. That was the whole point about Hollywood back then was they didn't. They made everybody do that.
Elizabeth Taylor played Cleopatra.
Right. Elizabeth Taylor, right.
Hey, I hate to ruin a good time, but I gotta shut down. I gotta be shutting the show down.
Charleston Heston played Moses.
So, yeah. Speaking of Moses, I gotta part the Red Sea and shut down the
predictions, fellas. Predictions. Score predictions.
All right. We'll do that as your final thoughts. Crazy Dolphin, go ahead. Give me a score prediction.
Okay. I say 40 to 10. Miami. And thanks for having me on the show, Shaq Money and
Color.
24-0. 24-0. We take the gas off in the third quarter. Take the foot off the gas. 24-0.
Joe, man of the hour, what's going on? You?
I'm gonna say 30-7.
Carolina.
By the way, these are all Miami Dolphins on top, guys. So anybody in the audience listening, these are all Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins. I'm saying Dolphins. Dolphins.
Okay.
30-7.
Okay. Crypto.
35-20.
Damn, Crypto.
and he's saying
Crypto stole mine, man.
He said Carolina. He said Carolina was gonna win too. So
Crypto just gotta be the asshole of the group, man.
Crypto stole mine, bro. He stole mine. So I'm gonna go 36-21. How about that, Crypto?
Where these 21 points coming from?
All right. Well, I'm going to trump all of you guys. I guess I'm the only homer here. I'm going to go big. It's going to be a 60 burger. I'm going 63-10 Miami. And why you ask?
467-2.
Let me tell you why. Because Broncos have better weapons, better talent on their team, and they didn't know what the fuck to do against us. I highly doubt the Panthers do too.
Yeah.
Well, the offense is better.
Yeah, y'all making me feel bad about my 24-10. Let me 24-0. Let me change my.
So you guys can call me crazy, but I'm calling 60 burger. Watch it happen.
Hey, I'm with you. I hope so.
What about you, Shay?
My final score is Joe Mixon. My final score is I would say 42-17.
Okay, that's a good one. I still think there was a lot of points, though. God damn it, that's a lot of points for Carolina.
I got the lowest point. I said 10.
All I know is their run defense sucks balls, and their secondary is burnt right now. So
no, those points come in garbage time, Big Nick. About in the fourth quarter when all the starters sit down.
So,
yeah.
One more.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, Big Nick. Because look, I got a Bryce Young stack in fantasy right now because he's actually been getting pretty good fantasy numbers in junk time.
Yeah, when he know the fucking plays, he already admitted.
Wait.
He already
Isn't
admitted
Bryce
that he
Young
don't know the
out?
plays.
I thought he's out this game. Somebody told me that. Hold on.
They already admitted that he don't know the plays. But here's one. I don't know if Jeff Wilson Jr. is going to play. But if Jeff Wilson Jr. plays, over and under for him.
No, he's out.
I think Wilson is out.
Okay, so Savon, over and under.
Hey, there go your fellow Cowboy fan right here, Marty Moore.
35-0. Oh, that's what's up. I predict Savon Ahmed over and under at 68, and I say he goes slightly over.
That's fair. I'd go with that.
Hey, can you see the chat, Joe? Man and Hour, can you see the chat room? Can you see the chat people in the comments in chat?
No.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. No, I was gonna say
35-0. I think I'm gonna change mine to 35-0.
Marty Marr already did.
No, yeah. And by the way, because the guy who did my theme song and he does all the graphics, he's a Cowboys fan too. So I'm just saying, we're the secret weapon of the Fence Tailgate.
And if he have children and he's raising his children to be Cowboys fan, that's child abuse. Now we'll report his ass.
So, all right, guys.
Fans
all
up,
right, man. Fans up.
Right,
I'm gonna shut this down. Yeah, man. Thank you everybody who tuned in. Thank you everybody for watching and for participating, man. Like I said, man, I'm having a good time on the Fence Tailgate. It's the tailgate that never stops. With that being said, man.
And Fred, we had to change up the format so you can participate today because we wasn't back to tour, so we had to give you an opportunity to talk with us.
That's what's up.
Fins up,
Peace.
fellas.
Fins up.
Fins up.
Buffalo sucks.